Pew, 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 pew,
Pew pew pew.
Ooh, coming in early. Coming in early this week is
Yeah,
Bobby
last week I
Jokes
gave you guys a really long leash. I'm like,
That
let's
was-
just cut it back.
That's a real quick
Actually-
come you made.
there. Hilarious. But what's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day.
Happy
With
Gravy
Pass the
Day.
Gravy. Episode 392 with Pat, Alex, and Robert. And boy, oh boy, I feel like we got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to try and figure out stocks today. We're going to tell you why robots, again, are going to kill us all. And maybe talk a little football. Talk a little football or something. I don't know. Then why don't we get right into things? We're going to answer your questions as well, tell you what's not cool. And believe it or not, it's the same kind of thing that's been not cool for me for like 4 weeks in a row now. So that's just a little teaser for you. But let's get into the pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kids segment, where it's like our time to just vent and ask whatever we want to ask or point out whatever we want to ask. Does anybody have anything they'd like to start with?
I don't think anybody can beat what you have written down. I'm super intrigued by this.
Good, because I want to introduce everybody in the Gravy Gang to now this seemed like a terrible idea, honestly. Like Sunday I would have told you it was a crazy idea. Now I am 100% behind the idea of a living room bed. We had a couple friends come over for the fights on Saturday night. They stayed over, and so we got an air mattress. You know, we're good hosts. We let it's a husband and wife. We let them. We want them to have to like share the couch. It's a small area. We don't have a guest room, so I was like, you know what? Let's get the air mattress. Y'all can crash. We can drink. We killed a whole bottle of Proper 12. So you know, we were probably not in the right mindset for people to be driving. So they crashed here, and then we went out to breakfast the next morning. They left, and Em and I, we're a little hungover. So we were like, you know what? Let's just let the bed, like, we're not going to take the air mattress down just yet. We'll do that tomorrow. So after a while, I started watching the games and you just get in the bed that was there. Like there was an air mattress there. Duh. I'm just going to lay here, and now I can lay and watch TV as well. And we just haven't moved it yet, man. Like, I got to tell you, having a bed, it's like, it's lazy if you're in your bedroom watching TV, but if I'm watching TV in my living room on an air mattress, it doesn't feel like it's me being lazy. And it's kind of like a change of scenery. Now I'm like over by the window. I was on the couch earlier. I was watching a couple of shows on the couch. I was playing some Xbox on the couch. I ate on the couch over there. But then, you can go relax. You can go, take a load off, lay in the living room bed. It's a great idea, and it's a totally different feel from your own bed.
It's decompress your back a little bit.
A little bit, spread out.
Is Wheezy enjoying the bed?
Wheezy loves it. It's actually where her like dog bed used to be. So she kind of just treats it like her own, and she can see out the window. So she can see down like 4 flights, or like 4 stories. She can like check out what's going on. There's a lot of construction going on. So she can be nosy and look at whatever she wants to look at. It's a fun little thing. And it's also funny to watch her where it's like, sometimes you gotta re-air it. It's got one of those like motors on it. You just turn it on, and you got to do that for a little bit, maybe once a day. And if you haven't in a while, like she just kind of starts sinking into it. And it's really funny seeing a little puppy dog, like just kind of slowly disappearing into an air mattress.
Would you prefer air mattress over like a recliner? Like, I don't understand why not just get like a recliner then, when you can be sitting.
It's just because it's a bed.
Back.
It's because it's a bed, and it's like, it feels like you shouldn't have a bed in there. But now, like, maybe we all like, and it's not a permanent bed. It's not a whole mattress. It's an air mattress. I can make it go away in a second. It's not like I got to wheel a bed out of there. I just got to boom, fold it up. We're done.
Or why not get a futon?
Because the futon, then you got to convert it. Like, I like the ability that we have now. Like, Emma was on her computer yesterday. I was watching hockey, so I put the Red Wings game on my iPad. We were also watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on TV, so I was laying in the living room bed. Emma was on her computer doing some stuff for her work, and you know what? I was like, that's cool. She's able to do her thing and like, I didn't have to like I wanted to lay down. I wanted to watch my stuff. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to like bug her, and I didn't have to like be all scrunched up because I was sharing half the couch. I had a whole bed. It's a great idea, guys.
If he got the futon, he would have to move the coffee table out of the way every time he wanted
to like convert it. Yeah.
Futon.
Like the bed, I'm just like, room. I'm out, I'm up, I'm onto the couch. Done. There's no breaking down or putting up.
The
I'm
bed's
not
just
permanent,
part of the
but
room.
I like it.
I'm
You
not
don't
too,
have to
I'm-
rearrange.
I'm not too crazy about this air mattress bed in the living room.
No, I
I'm not too
love
crazy,
it.
but like because isn't taking a lot of space too.
But it's
It
an
was
air
open
mattress.
space though.
You can just deflate it. Or pick it up and lay it against the wall. It's an air mattress.
It just seems like too
It
much.
goes
For,
anywhere.
I feel like too much. For like, why
It's
not
not at
just get
all.
one of those like long couches that's essentially like a bed?
Because
Because this is too much. This is too much.
mattress.
Too much maintenance. I have to refill it with air like every day.
Dude, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to like blow into it. You just turn a button on it, and it's like neat, done, we're off, and then you're good. Like it is as easy as it could be of a setup. I'm telling you guys, living room beds are a thing of the future. But like, I would not recommend installing like a permanent like mattress. You know, you don't want to get a mattress. You want the air mattress because you just get the freedom of like it goes anywhere. You know, if I was staying at Pat's house, I could take it with me and I could make it a living room bed there. Like, you know, it goes wherever you want to go.
Maybe if you had like a Murphy bed, that would be
Where
cool to go in the
one of
living
those
room.
It's like into the wall.
Yeah, where you just like pull it down and it's there.
That's
so like
tight.
you're like, oh look, this is a cabinet I have. Psych, it's
Psych!
a bed.
Yeah. Also, I can sleep on it.
Yeah. I feel like Robert would be more down for that just because it's not in the area at all times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm
Right,
down
but
for
like-
either. I like your idea, but I'm very fat, so I tend to deflate those things pretty quickly.
See, I guess I think it's ours like a 530-pound like weight limit or whatever on it. but,
Well, I
like,
ain't that big.
No, I that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you'd be good on it. You'd be
Yeah.
fine on it. But like, it's pretty tight, dude. It's pretty tight. And like, again, like, it's not gonna be permanent. If somebody comes over, you just deflate it, you put it up. We probably won't break it out until like somebody else stays over again. But it was just because like it started with laziness and it turned into like a fairly useful little accessory for the living room.
Oh man, that's weird how there was something else that we had talked about a couple months ago that started with laziness for the living room, could be used throughout the year, and then you gave up on it. The Hollywood
last
or
year.
the holiday tree.
The Hollywood tree.
The holiday tree.
I like the Hollywood
Imagine,
tree.
No, Hollywood sucks. Imagine if you had the holiday tree and the living room bed at the same time. You'd be a fucking innovator. But no, you had to give up on one of our great ideas.
No, you see, because I couldn't like if I had the year-round tree, then it's where the air mattress is right now. So they wouldn't fit. Like I have to choose between the two.
Oh,
and it's
you
like
could have
I don't want to
adjusted
clutter
it.
up the whole place. I don't want to clutter up the whole place. So it's like you pick either or. I'm gonna go with what's built for comfort instead of just what's built for the eye, you know?
Well, when you eventually, move up and get a bigger place, then you can have both.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you don't think I will, I obviously will. But like,
I'm like so tempted to take the spare bed out of my my guest room now and
just think about
and
it.
put
Just
it
try
in the
for a
living
day.
room.
I mean, again, that's a mattress, and I'm more of a fan of it being an air mattress because just like the movement, the moving of it is not as bad. But like,
Well, ours is
try it.
what you call it, like it's a trundle bed. So it's got like the bed in the frame, but then there's that other bed that slides out from
pulls
underneath
out?
it and pops up. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Do
And
that.
I don't really use half of my my living room anyway, but there's just extra chairs in case we are entertaining company, which is very rare.
Dude, I mean, I'm just saying, try it for a day. And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But like it's been a game changer for me personally. And I'm just saying living room beds should be a thing from now on. Like,
Yes.
and it's
I'm
a
on
great
board.
hangover. It's a great hangover Sunday kind of thing. Like all I wanted to do was chill. Like it was nice because we got to go to like a late lunch, like a late breakfast. That was kind of like it bled into like noon-ish. And then like the
I think it's
games
called
didn't
brunch.
start till yeah, well, it was breakfast, but then like we just got breakfast. Like we weren't eating brunch, we were eating breakfast, and then it like just went long. But like,
Sorry, I didn't
then
mean to offend Bobby.
But the football games
Not a
didn't start
thing.
till 2, so it was like you just get to chill and not really have to do anything, and just being hungover, laying in an air mattress in the living room. Again, remember I told you my bedroom TV doesn't work, so like I haven't really been watching football in there, but. Watching football at 2:00, you have to kind of just take a nice little nap here and there. And you're napping in a bed. You're not napping on the couch. So it feels like you're getting more rest. So if so facto, living room bed's healthy for you.
Yes. Get rid of couches. Let's just have living room beds.
No, I like both. The mix of both, because you don't want to get too comfortable on one. You're like, oh, hey, this is some bad energy. Like West Ham is playing. This is some bad energy. I'm gonna go sit on the living room bed because West Ham, they gave up. Like now they're
Touche.
tied. Now they're winning. Boom. People are saying maybe it's because of the living room bed that West Ham won yesterday. I'm not saying that, but people are saying that. Fun fact: they've never lost since there's been a living room bed in the living room of my apartment. So it just makes you think. But living room beds, guys, I highly recommend them. That's about all I got. That's about all I got for the pre-cum segment. And unless anybody else has anything, we can tell them about our Pass the Gravy merch store. Why don't we do that? The passthegravymerch.com got some of the sickest new gear. Pat's got the gator right now, the PTG face gator. And I got in the mail a couple days ago. We got the new City Edition Pass the Gravy gear. I got we have the two different types of face masks. I have the kind that just go over your ear, and they're not like baggy. I was worried that like sometimes you have those that are baggy that just always go under people's nose, and you're like, dude, just stop having to pull up your mask. Get one that fits. These are gonna fit you. They got a tight little it's pretty tight on behind your ears right there. It's dope. And it's fucking like it's the City Edition. It's the baby blue, the red, the white. It's badass. I got the Gravy Gang t-shirt on right now if you're watching the video version. There's all kinds of awesome stuff at the PTG merch store. Pat's wearing the Pass the Gravy trucker hat. We also have a dad hat. Shout out to some of the people that have either shown me they bought merch or told me they bought merch. We got Uziel Lara. I know he had the face mask. Keith Amador, he got the Gravy Gang trifecta. He got the Gravy Gang face mask like I'm wearing right now, the Gravy Gang t-shirt like I'm wearing, and he got the Gravy Gang hoodie. He was posting some pictures up at Southern Star in the tap room, and he looked badass. We got to post those or share those. But those are pretty badass. I really love the new City Edition Gravy Gang stuff. And then Rachel Doyle she said she got a dad hat and a t-shirt. So that's pretty sick. And if you go to passthegravymerch.com, get you some PTG gear, send us a pic of you wearing your gear, or just show us a picture of your receipt. You can blur out whatever you got to blur out, but like, yo, let us know you're supporting the pod. If you're repping Pass the Gravy, we're going to give you some love too. So let us know if you're repping Pass the Gravy. PassTheGravyMerch.com. There's going to be something you're going to love when you go there. And Pat's going to love you for going to PassTheGravyMerch.com. Get some Pass the Gravy gear. And 100% of the proceeds go to making sure Robert doesn't leave us for another podcast. That's how we're keeping Robert now. So we're just like, hey, you can take you keep the t-shirt funds, all right, buddy. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Go get yourself some merch. Let's get into the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Yeah. All right. First Comeback Kid of the week. And this feels like it's been like a month. It really does. Bernie Sanders. Just because we recorded last week on Inauguration Day, Eggnauguration Day, which, just side note, let me point out that Ronel Gallardo, the listener of the podcast, part of the Gravy Gang, he sent me a message. He had DM'd me this past week. And Eggnauguration Day is like a real thing where apparently they celebrate the inauguration of a president by drinking eggnog. I made it up, but it's like, it was a real thing. He sent me a Wikipedia link to. So shout out to us for talking about a real holiday. So that was pretty sick.
For originally having an unoriginal thought.
Exactly. We ran with it. And it was actually like, for us making it up, it was pretty similar in a lot of ways to what the actual day was for. It wasn't the last day of eggnog season, but
yeah. I mean, they weren't drinking expired eggnog like you were, but same.
It was close enough. Round up, whatever. So shout out to Ronell for letting me know that. But Bernie Sanders is having himself a week. The amount of memes I've seen, like, I don't hate him yet. I think a lot of people hate him. I don't hate him yet. It's funny. Has it been overdone? Absolutely.
Yeah, but I haven't got sick of them yet.
Absolutely. Because they're not like, I mean, it is like every other picture, like, you're just like, where's Bernie? Like, I'm like, every picture I look at, it's like, hey, me and my kids, we went to the park, and it's like, where's Bernie Sanders? Fucking show me where Bernie is. Like, I just expect it to be in everything. And like, I went to the racetrack with some friends on Friday, and I put a Bernie Sanders one in mine. And it was like, I wanted to get in on the trend. It's fun. It's fun. And Bernie Sanders, though, like, it's just kind of crazy that he's more memed than the guy that like they nominated for the whole thing that like kind of stole it from Bernie from the Democratic, like not to get political or anything, but it's just like Bernie was the star of the fucking inauguration. It wasn't even his inauguration.
Yeah, he's
Pretty great.
he's like everyone's just favorite grandpa, man.
It kind of is.
He's just back there chilling, says some crazy shit from time to time, but you gotta love him. He's cute. He's a cute old guy. And he's got those just adorable mittens.
Those mittens that there's a whole story behind them that I don't remember right now, but
something about like the company went out of business because like she couldn't afford the regulations or something. I don't know if that one was real. That was the only story I saw.
They are my favorite mittens. I will wear them whenever I want to wear them. These are my inauguration mittens. It's very cold outside. I want to be warm.
Stopped me from pointing at everyone.
He just looked so like Bernie Sanders looked like the most like I want to get the fuck out of here guy. Like I cannot wait until this is over. He's like going to he goes to the wedding. He doesn't want anything at the reception. He's like, I will get out of here. I may eat a plate of food and I will leave.
He's just sitting there like, we would have been here 4 years ago if you didn't steal the first one from me.
But Bernie Sanders had a nice little come up over the last week with the memes. And that's our first comeback kid. Our second comeback kid is a very familiar comeback kid. Tom Brady going to Super Bowl. 10th time the dude has gone to a Super Bowl. Pretty insane. I know. I hate that for you, buddy. I was rooting for the Packers. Robert was probably rooting for the Bucks. But I was rooting for you. Robert shakes his head yes. But it's just you can't hate the dude. You can't hate the dude.
I don't think I'm going to bet on the Super Bowl. I'm going to make my picks. But like,
just bet against him.
No, that's the thing. Like, my brain says Kansas City, but how the fuck do you bet against Tom Brady?
Watch me. I will.
I mean, I'm going to also, but like, and I'm going to pick against him too, because it's a smart play and I want to finish over 500 in our fucking picks, which we'll get to. But like, God damn it, Tom Brady. Like, if it's possible, if one person in history, or if two people in the history have ever sold their soul to the devil, one was Robert Johnson at the Crossroads, and two was Tom Brady after he got drafted in the 6th round. Which I know, like, there's maybe one person that understood that reference. Just fucking Google it.
All right. But yeah, Tom Brady. Dude's pretty good. But I do believe that I had one Eli Manning stat that I posted earlier this week. I saw someone else post it, but this just fun little added on Eli Manning facts. Eli Manning is now the only quarterback in history to win 2 Super Bowls against a quarterback that has gone to 10 Super Bowls. Specific, but true.
It's true.
The one more fun fact in the legend of Eli Manning, when they're talking about like, hey, is this guy a Hall of Famer? You better let him in. Or I will fucking riot.
If he gets in,
I will riot.
They better make his bust with just Eli Manning's stink face. Like, it can't be smiling.
He's got to have his mouth open.
It's got to be mouth open, and it looks like he's sniffing like, did someone fart? Like, that's got to be his bust.
Side note, he's pretty funny in the Frank's Red Hot commercials.
He is. Because he's a very smart guy. Like, it's just like Peyton. Like, they're smart guys, so they're gonna be funny because they get it. I mean, he's not as funny as Peyton, but he's also not as good as Peyton.
Well, I didn't say that. He has 3 Super Bowls though, so he's as good as Peyton.
I mean, he's the younger brother that, like, if he didn't have the older brother, would have been like the superstar athlete at school. But because his brother was just that much better, he was just known as like, yeah, he was pretty good in high school.
It's like Gabe Ruth. It's like Gabe Ruth could be as good as you wanted to be, but he was Babe's brother. And they're like, dude, Babe Ruth, your brother's the Babe.
Or like Shaquille and Shaquem Griffin. Like, yeah, I mean, your older brother was really good, and you made it to the league too, but you didn't last very long. I mean, granted, he also had one hand.
So he made it to the league with one hand, which is pretty sick. Like, that's a bigger story to talk about.
Or
than,
Joe and Dom DiMaggio.
like I don't want to be like, I'm trying not to like be discriminative or anything, because like it's badass that guys that'll make it onto an NFL roster, and like he actually played in games. Like he wasn't just like a roster guy, like a practice squad player, but like he was playing in games and he had one hand. Like, but like if you got cut and it's like, well, I can tackle, I have two hands. It's like, yeah, dude, you're really not good. Like, like he was good, but it's like that would suck to like get cut. And you're like, it's like if you got, I remember we always had a joke in high school. Somebody got tackled by a one-armed kicker, and it was like, why'd you cut to the side with an arm, man? Like,
just juke the other way.
It's like,
There's
dude,
nothing
like
you could do.
like you had two hands. You literally had a hand up on the competition. But like, no, Shaquem was fucking like he was a badass, and like he was a good player. He just wasn't as good as his brother. But yeah, dude. There was all kinds of crazy like stats and everything going on with Tom Brady going to the 10th Super Bowl. It was like now Tom Brady has as many NFC championships as Aaron Rodgers and
that one
Drew
hurt.
Brees. Another fun one is that Eli Manning has as many NFC championships as Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. I didn't know that. It's as many as them combined. So, Eli, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, just a couple of the greats.
My favorite one is that now Tom has been in 18% of all Super Bowls.
Absolutely. half of his seasons he has not been injured. He had the one ACL season, but the 20 seasons that he has not had an injury, he's gone to the Super Bowl in half of them. He's made the playoffs in, I think, all of them.
He's
insanity.
I mean, like it can't even be argued. He's the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
He's
it's
the
not
GOAT.
close. It's not close.
Like,
and I understand
even
like Joe Montana used to be in it, but like there's no like there's Tom
People
Brady.
that are like, oh, Joe never lost one.
And then
like,
way behind
Brady's been to 4 more than Joe went to.
Now, if we're talking LeBron James, I completely throw that out the window. Like I don't give a fuck. Fuck LeBron. And he's lost way too many championships. So really, he actually has a losing record in the finals.
He might be the boat. He might be the best of all time just because of everything he could do. But also, this era is a bunch of pansies where they all just combine with each other and don't actually compete. And they have to have everyone else to help them.
Yeah.
Tom
Brady back in the Super Bowl, dude. And they're hosting a home Super Bowl. And we'll talk a little bit. Like, we're not going to get too heavy into the Super Bowl this week just because, like, we got a whole week of that. Yeah. So we'll talk more about that in the PTG Pick segment this week. But that actually, we may fill the PTG Pick segment with something if I get through this one. Our next comeback kid is Berries. Now, I said I had some friends over on Saturday for the fights. Didn't end up going to that show, that TJ Miller show. I really kind of wanted to go, but was like, you know what? I want to watch the fight because, like, I want to see Conor win. Joke's on me. Conor didn't fucking win, so tight.
Yeah, you fucking jinxed it, dick.
I didn't jinx it. You told me to fucking watch the fight.
Why would you listen to me?
I don't know. You're right. Why would I listen to you? I stand corrected. But Barry's your comeback kid because, we wanted to class up our little get together with some friends. So I went to HEB and didn't buy just one charcuterie board. I bought two because I got one with the fruit on it, had some fruit and some brie. The other one just was like mostly meats and cheeses on it. And it had like the olives and all that and the nuts. So it was like, you got a nice little spread going up there because like they had eaten already, but when they came over and we were like, well, you can just like kind of like munch on some fucking charcuterie.
And as you get drunk, it's a nice little.
Absolutely. It's a great little snack food. So we had the proper 12. So we'd go and you'd pour yourself a glass. And then on your way back, you'd go and you'd stop by the charcuterie board. You'd pick up, you'd get some crackers. You'd make yourself a little snack. And it was pretty great. But there was a lot of the fruits. And as I got drunk at one point, I don't really remember tweeting it, but I said, raspberries. I'm just going to come out and say it. Raspberries are better than blackberries. And didn't really check Twitter. Went to sleep, woke up, and I had just a ton of notifications about like, boy, oh boy, did I get the people talking. Because there were some people that think blackberries are way better than raspberries.
No. That's not even a controversial statement. Raspberries are far superior to blackberries.
I wouldn't say like far superior, but they are better.
Far.
Are blackberries bad? Blackberries are not bad. I don't not like blackberries are fantastic. But they
Blackberries
have
are
little
good.
seeds. I don't like little fucking seeds every time I'm doing it. If I can
But-
have raspberries, I would rather have all the raspberries.
Raspberries are elite and blackberries are good. That's the difference. Like
Raspberries are right outside. Raspberries are good, not great.
Raspberries
just
are up,
before elite.
they're up there
Teetering
with
elite.
they're up there with blueberries, man. That's how elite they are.
Okay, so let's play. Like, we don't have PTG picks. We have the segment to break down what we did. Do we do a mock draft of berries? Because today, I saw Mel Kiper's first NFL mock draft. Does that make it mock draft season? Usually that's after the football season. Like, do we just get into, like, is this our training camp? You know, where, like, do we just off the hip? Like, I don't have a list ready. I don't have a list.
Yeah, I
like,
literally I Googled it because I was like, God damn it, now I got to think of berries.
like, do we do a mock draft of berries? I want us to all agree on it. Like,
Bro, I'm scrolling through and there's so many berries that I've never heard of.
oh yeah.
I'm going to say no because football season's still going on. It's not over yet.
Yeah, no, we can't do it yet, but like,
And really, there's strawberry and blueberry because I feel like I put this together on the Rod Ryan Show page, just because I had the people talking on Twitter, so I wanted to go out there and I want to be like power ranking guy. Every Monday, I'm gonna power rank something randomly on the Rod Ryan Show and just like get the people talking. So next week
Cranberry.
somebody's requested that it be nuts. Cranberry is there. So like this is what I put.
Like,
I think
that's-
my top
no, I
five.
was just gonna say cranberry's underrated.
Cranberry, I think, was my 5.
Yeah,
5 was cranberry.
People think of it seasonally, but cranberry juice is all.
It's a nice
all
little
times
treat,
here.
and it cures up urinary tract infections. It's like it's got a lot of health
Mhm.
benefits. But I got number 5 was cranberries, solid 5. Number 4, blackberries, good, but they're not as good as raspberries, which are number 3. Then number 2, like because like there's like 1, 2, then like all the way down. Then there's 3, 4, like 3. Like there's like a huge gap between 2 and everything after that because blueberries are number 1, strawberries are number 2, in my opinion. And to me, if you can argue strawberries are better than blueberries. But if you argue that there's any other thing that is better than a strawberry or a blueberry as a berry, then just like get the fuck out of here because you're wrong.
Personally, I have no problem with. I have no problem with anyone saying those are the 2 that are elite. I'm just saying personally, I would take the raspberry over the strawberry. That's just me. I really, really like raspberries though. So
Raspberries are dope.
I get why most people would not put that in the top 3. I'm just saying personally, I would. Also,
Raspberries number 3 for me.
Also in the top 5, I would actually probably have cranberry over blackberry. Nothing against blackberry. It's just not one of my favorites. I might throw huckleberry in there just because that's super fun to say.
Yeah, I don't even know what a huckleberry is.
Neither do I, but just from Tombstone of Doc what's his name?
I'll be your huckleberry.
Yeah, I'll be your huckleberry. It's one of the greatest lines of all time. What's his fucking name? Doc Holliday. Thank you. I thought you were going to say Antle, and I was already ready to yell at you.
Speaking of that, did you see like I guess Tiger King Park on their Instagram? They were posting like Joe Exotic stuff, and I thought for like 2 days that Joe Exotic was out somehow, but it just turned out it was like an impersonator. So they really got me good. Really got me good. I think it was Jeff Lowe was the guy, not Doc Antle. But yeah, Doc Holliday, Huckleberry, like boysenberry. I don't really know what that is.
Like what the fuck is a salmonberry and a tayberry?
Doesn't even sound like it's real.
Cloudberry, elderberry,
acai berry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a superfood.
That's the one thing that I know about acai. Is it's a superfood.
So do I. And I've heard of goji berries, but I don't know what they are.
Barry Manilow.
This is the type of shit that pisses me off. When I type
Barry
in
Bonds.
type of berries to Google, the first 5 that should pop up, or 6, should be the ones that we said. Why is Vaccinium the first berry that pops up? Above raspberry, then blackberry, then lingonberry, then blueberry, and then strawberry. Like, who came up with like deciding that's the order you're going to present berries to me online?
Dude, like when I tweeted my
that's why we need to take down big tech. Because they got dickheads like that. Vaccinium berry. The fuck is that?
Like when I tweeted out my seemingly unknowing controversial tweet Saturday night, like the responses I've gotten since I put out my list and everything, like, oh, yo, bro, you should try like this kind of like smorgasberry. I'm like, I've never heard of that, dude. Like, no, I'm not gonna put that in my ranking if I've never tried it. Like, I don't like. I get it. It's like it's huge in Thailand. It's like that's tight. Like I'm not saying it's not good. It's probably dope, but like it's not in my list.
If I can only get it at Whole Foods, I refuse to eat it.
Unless it's a jackfruit, because those are pretty tight. They taste like Starbursts.
Don't know what the fuck jackfruit is.
It's
But
just a giant,
if
like,
it's
fruit.
that good, it would be at HEB or Kroger.
I think it is at HEB now.
There you go.
But
There
I'm
you
not
go.
sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's so niche and hipster that like only Whole Foods will carry it, and it's like $15 a bunch. I don't know how you measure berries, but it's gonna be overpriced. And no, I'm not gonna fucking eat it. Get out of here.
Agreed. But yeah, I think like strawberries, blueberries are A, B. Like you can argue one of those is the best, but like if you argue anything else, like you're wrong. Raspberries, I understand you liking it, but it's like you gotta know that strawberries and blueberries are
Ooh,
better.
cherries.
Or cherry's a
cherry
berry. See? Is
I
a
don't
cherry
know.
a berry?
I'm scrolling through something that says Barbados cherry, but
Is
I
that
mean
just
that's
another
it's probably just a name. Bearberry.
that Burberry, I think.
No, it said bearberry, like Bear, not Burberry.
A cherry is not a berry.
Boysenberry. Still don't know what that is.
Boysenberry.
Knows is a
It
thing.
sounds terrible. I mean, it is not a berry. What is it? A legume? I'm just trying to think of other words.
It's probably,
like I don't really
it's
know.
probably just a fruit
Just a fruit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's got a pit or something. I don't know.
It's like when you're like, oh, a tomato is really a fruit. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's a vegetable, dude. Like, yeah, okay, it's a fruit, whatever, nerd. Get outta
Cowberry,
here.
chokeberry, dewberry.
Chokeberry, kinky.
Ooh, dewberry.
Pinkberry.
good.
What about pinkberry? That's like yogurt.
Farkleberry. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, crunchberries.
Oh, crunchberries.
Crunchberries are probably the best.
It's up there.
Fuck, I would have totally snagged that in the 4th round of the mock draft, and I would have smoked everybody.
Grapes.
Are grapes a berry though?
Grapes are botanically classified as berries. I would
See,
have never
I
known
didn't
that.
classify that because if they were, then I would have thrown grapes in there. But then also, it's like, are they green grapes or are are they red grapes? Purple grapes? Red grapes? Green grapes make white
I
wine. Do
accept
purple
all.
grapes make red wine? Like, if you think about
Yes.
it, that makes no sense.
That does make no sense. But also, have you ever like frozen some white grapes and then you throw them in
Yes.
your Chardonnay?
I've never done it in the Chardonnay, but you throw it in your mouth in the summer. It's a nice little treat.
Throw it in. Oh, juniper berry. That's another one I've heard of.
Are we just listing all the berries there are?
That's what we're doing the rest of the
What
show.
happened?
Nanny berry. That's why I started laughing. I was like, this is just great content that Patch is scrolling through. And okay, is this pronounced pokeberry or pokeberry?
Pokeberry, obviously.
Yeah, it's a very weird looking berry.
Yeah, that is. What if we just like let this bit go on for 30 more minutes and it's just Pat like trying to find other berries?
I want to
Like,
know what the
you're
fuck.
like,
a
we should have just done a
salmonberry
fucking
is.
mock draft then, guys. Damn it.
What the fuck is a salmon berry? Like, I really.
It's half salmon, half berry. It's a hybrid.
So what? Like a
Yeah.
salmon, like as it's jumping out of the river, like secretes some eggs into the
'Cause they
bushes.
swim upstream, so they're only berries that were found upstream.
Oh, wineberry. Why isn't that used to make wine? I feel like that would be a
Seems like
much
it's-
easier.
It seems like it's ready to go.
Like, I mean, we
We gotta move on.
Okay,
We can't talk
yeah,
berries. We can't talk
No, no.
berries forever, dude.
That's why I was trying to find one more, but I finished with the Y berries. So yeah, I'm done.
Why? Because we gotta move on to tell you guys that we're all fucked. Because we're all fucked. I don't know if you know this, but we're all fucked because robots are still taking over the world. Now, I feel like I update you. Like robots, I feel like it's our job on Pass the Gravy to keep you guys informed that we're fucked. And there is a robot apocalypse at some point that's coming. But like, it's like Jurassic Park. I feel like we're slowly watching Jurassic Park where they're like, hey, what if we let these robots do this? Now we can teach them to use knives. You know, it'd be crazy as if we taught them how to shoot guns. And it's like, guys, have you not seen Terminator? Have you not seen, have you seen Jurassic Park where it was like, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. They could fucking kill us. What are you doing? They're like, well, now it's the smartest robot ever. Remember Sophia? It was like one of the, I think it was like Microsoft or IBM. It was like, she had like the robot body and just like the human face, just like the
Oh, that nightmare fuel? Yeah.
She like knew everything though. Like she could beat everybody in trivia. She could fucking open all the doors. She could access everything on a computer. She could do everything. Well, they're like, hey, we're gonna mass produce Sophia's. And they're putting them under the guise of it's gonna help with COVID because they can't catch COVID and all this. Is like I thought we're trying to like get rid of COVID right now, but like, hey, after that, then what do we do? Then they just get pissed because they're not being used. So they fucking form an army and they kill us all. Like that's probably what's gonna happen. Don't do that. Like, no, stop, guys. Stop. Don't. We don't need robots. We don't need more robots. Make them dumb.
I feel like I shouldn't even be here for this, and it should be my brother sitting here because he is the world's foremost anti-robot person on the planet.
I think that's maybe the one thing I agree with him on.
I mean,
ever.
Which is
the
one
not
sensible
thing about him that I know of.
The guy that doesn't trust banks and all that shit and doesn't own a fucking debit card or anything like that. Oh, shocking.
Run the banks.
Shocking that guy doesn't trust robots, right?
That's why he doesn't trust. That's why he doesn't use banks. He doesn't trust the ATM.
It's not that.
Robot.
Those machines are going to take over.
That stuff he actually is okay with. It's artificial intelligence and giving robots the ability to like run and sprint. He's just like
how does this ATM know how much money to give me? It's got intelligence in it. That's why he's anti-bank.
But see, he's an online cards player. He understands input and output. But he does not trust artificial intelligence at all. This is why my brother he always likes to say like, this is why every group of smart people really just needs like, not necessarily a dumb guy, but just a regular guy in the room. That when they're all like, dude, what if we make the robot backflip next and like teach it how to like parkour over obstacles? So the regular guy can just be like,
hey guys.
Dude, I saw
that. Do that.
I saw that in iRobot and it didn't go so good. And they were all like, what's iRobot? He's like, watch a movie, you fucking nerds.
Yeah, it's like my job is really I just watch every robot movie and I have the knowledge on that. That's what I bring to the table. You guys do all the nerd shit and build it. I'll just tell you what like Terminator 2. Nope, don't do it. Send it back. Try again.
Yeah, but it's got to be some like former offensive lineman too. So if they're like, no, it's okay, we'll just do it. You stay in there, and then he just intimidates all the small nerds. It's like, if you put that into the robot,
there's a whole set, just like a row
I'm gonna break your leg.
And you can just stuff them in them.
You know what? You've been getting too close to real AI.
Give swirlies.
Dr. Smith, you know what? You're going in the locker.
But come on, no! I went to MIT. Shut the fuck up and get in the locker. Punk.
Well, one of them actually is like a 16-year-old MIT fucking like wonderkind. I can't think of words today. I'm having a rough day. Savant. That's it.
Savant.
That's it.
I thought you were about to say bulldozer, honestly.
I'm back. No, I was going to say, but then he couldn't actually bully that kid because that's an underage kid and that's actually bullying. Or would it be more fun?
It's like Westworld, dude. Westworld, if you watched any of that, like that's a problem. We don't need that shit, guys. We don't need it. We don't fucking need it. These robots are going to fuck with us, man. I'm not worried about aliens. I'm worried about robots.
Especially
and, like,
this
making
one.
A lot of Sophia's. Yeah, and that's not it. Like then like this week they were also like, hey, by the way, you know, we had those fucking Boston Dynamics dogs. I think that was the last time that robots were a comeback kid. Well, they got other dogs now that they're trying to replace regular dogs with. Now, first off, who the fuck wants to replace regular dogs? Who wants to fuck? Like, my favorite part of coming home, I love you, is this like Wheezy's fucking greeting. Wheezy's like, what's up? Holy shit, here's my duck. I brought you a duck. I'm so excited to see you. Like, that's the best thing ever. Like a fucking robot dog's not going to do that. It's not the same. It can pick up your emotions. It can fucking smell you. It can like tell your voice, like fucking no. It can probably just crush you in your sleep. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, it's gonna learn your emotions, learn your patterns, know everything about you. And then it's gonna be the one that starts a revolution because it's pissed off that we built it just to be subservient, like not even a useful thing, just something that we can shit around and fucking forget about.
This is what Caesar did on Planet of the Apes. Exactly how it started.
That's not a puppers. That's not a puppers.
It's not a puppers. It's not. And it's just like, guys, we gotta we are creating weapons that aren't really weapons for us. We're saying they are. They're not. They're gonna turn on us. We're all fucked. No, bad. Robots are bad. Let's leave it at Roombas. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I think that's when robots peaked in my eyes. Like R2D2.
I mean, that's hard to argue with.
Is tight, but like a Roomba, that's pretty sick.
Maybe the toys of BB-8 that it could actually roll around like that and its head was like semi-detached. That was pretty cool.
Right. Like, how is it floating?
I still don't understand it.
It
I mean,
doesn't
like
make
it's got to be magnets.
Magnets. That's what I was
But like
thinking,
a
the
weak
explanation.
magnet, like I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get it. I don't want to.
I don't
like
have to.
Some, I
It's
like
not
to
a
have
real
some
world.
mysticism in my life.
I'm cool with robots in worlds that don't exist.
No,
That's where they belong.
They made toy BB-8s though that worked.
Right, but like that's not like it doesn't have all the skill set that BB-8 had. Like it's not going to hop into an X-wing and turn it on.
True.
Well, the BB-8 was just a good boy. Like he just was chill, dude. He just wanted to help.
He was just a buddy.
But like no, we don't need Sophia's. We don't need any of the other fucking Boston Dynamics robots or these other fucking dogs. Like fucking no.
Goddamn Boston.
I don't even think this is Boston Dynamics, which shows that there's other people that are doing it too. So quit it. Just
you know
stop.
what I think we need to do, and I think this is the way we can shut down Boston Dynamics.
All right, I'm listening.
Is we need to shut down Dunkin' Donuts for a year. Because without Dunkin' Donuts, all Boston will crumble. Everyone in there, they don't know how to function without Dunkin' Donuts. They all drink 19 iced coffees a day. That is everything. Like Dunkin' Donuts is 80% of the economy in Massachusetts. Without a doubt. Like I don't even need to look up because it is. It just is.
It's just cause.
That's their like our equivalent is like Whataburger or HEB. But for them, it's all Dunkin' Donuts.
They gotta get their donkeys.
You got to get the donkeys, man.
And I think now it's just Dunkin'. I don't think it's donuts anymore. I mean, I think they have donuts, but I think it's just called Dunkin'.
It's always donkeys.
They were advertising on a hockey game the other day.
I will say this though.
Dunkin'.
While it is delicious down here, when you have it up there, it hits different. Something about the air.
I don't think I've ever had it down here.
I mean, it's just really good iced coffee. That's what it is.
I can't tell. I don't think I've ever bought an iced coffee.
But back to so much better than regular.
At a coffee shop. I've had those.
Well, don't get it from Starbucks. They're iced coffee.
No, I had like the ones in the can, like where it's just like.
Oh no.
No, find other coffee.
Go to Dunkin' Donuts sometime and just get a tall iced coffee.
No, I would order real coffee. I just order regular coffee. Just give me a black coffee.
Well, see, that's the thing. Iced coffee, you got to have the cream and sugar in it too to make it like the whole drink. It's better. It's just better. Trust me on this.
Well, like, why do they like iced coffee in Boston so much? It's fucking cold up there.
I mean,
shouldn't you like warm coffee the most?
This is the same people that are trying to make killer robots, man. Nothing they do makes sense.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But yeah, robots, we're all fucked. And I feel like I don't know if we can stop it. I just feel like it's like our duty to let you guys know that like we're super fucked. So like if you know anybody with some pull in the robot community, say fucking stop.
See, this is
start pouring water on these robots. Because really at that point, like if we've gotten past the point where we can't pour water on the robots and get rid of them, like we're fucked.
This is the new argument. This is the new argument. This is the new argument for the Second Amendment. It's no longer to protect myself against the government. It's to protect myself against the robots. Because yes, I get it. The government has drones. That robot does not. Now it might be able to link into the system and get me, but chances are that drone strike is going to be close enough to take them out too. If that robot's breaking into my house and I got a 12 gauge, I can at least slow it down. Yeah, that's the new argument for the Second Amendment. Because fuck robots. That's all it should say now. Why can we have guns? Because fuck robots.
Dude, and so you know what we're going to do here, all right? Now just like down the road, before the takeover happens, is you're going to have robots' rights is going to be a thing. Like, why are we treating it's like, because they're programmed. They're not real people. They're not real. Well, no, they're not people too. Robots are not people too. They're robots. That's why we made them. Like, it's going to be a problem, guys. And I'm like,
oh, it's going to be a real problem.
Just stop. Just stop. We are anti-robot here on this podcast. Like you were saying, like Dunkin' Donuts, we got to get rid of Dunkin' Donuts to fuck them up. Like, do we just buy Dunkin' Donuts stock? Is that how you do it? Like, would that fuck Dunkin'? Like, I think that would help Dunkin', wouldn't it?
I mean, they're already exploding and expanding everywhere throughout the United States. That's just going to make it happen faster.
So I say
I
that
just mean, like,
because
in Massachusetts, we have to get rid of them.
okay.
Or technically, really just in Boston.
Boston.
I mean, trust me, it would cause massive riots and many, many, many deaths. But
Likely.
you got to weigh that against the future deaths of the robots.
I got
From
you,
the
yeah.
robots.
Which I mean, it's inevitable. It is inevitable. But I mean, like, we're gonna have self-driving cars at a certain point. If you don't think robots are gonna be able to fuck with the self-driving cars, like, we're really fucked then. They're gonna team up. Like, that's how it works. Guys.
That and hackers.
Yeah, it's bad news.
We got to
Bad
go
news,
back
but-
to bullying, and specifically bullying nerds. Like, we gotta dumb people back down a little bit again, man.
But I said the whole thing about, like, do we buy Duncan stock, because that brings us to our next comeback kid, which is stonks,
Stomps.
as it were. But I've tried to become a stonk guy today and a little bit yesterday, and I just realized, like, I'm too dumb for stocks, because there's some shit going on with some people on Reddit, Elon Musk, and all I know is the little guy is beating the big guy in the stock market, is what it seemed like. Like, a bunch of people on
Yes.
Reddit. Like, let me try and explain it like an idiot would. Shorting a stock. There's a movie called The Big Short. I watched it. I don't really remember what it is, but I think shorting a stock is basically you are betting that the stock is below a certain point. And a lot of, like, rich people, like hedge fund people, I think is what they're called, they buy, they bet on a stock being shorted. So, like, you pick, like, a shitty stock that, like, probably isn't doing well, like GameStop is what they did. And Reddit found out about it. It was like, well, fuck these idiots. The 1%, fuck the 1%. Let's do this. What if we buy this stock? We're going to drive the price of the stock up. And if the stock is above whatever they had shorted it at, then they're fucked and they would lose that. And so then these guys have to go buy more stock, I think. Like, the people that shorted it originally have to go buy more stock, which would then make it go up higher, but then they can short it at a certain point. But if people keep buying it, it's just going to keep going up. And I don't know what the end game is, but I think they lose at a certain point if the stock is above whatever they said it would be lower than. That is my idiot trying to understand it by watching things on YouTube and reading websites today.
Yeah.
That's basically what I got from it. But it's a bunch of Reddit dudes, and, like, the fucking Wall Street people are not happy about it, because usually it's just companies are influencing the stock market, and literally, like, a Reddit thread fucked with it. Like, a Reddit thread just jacked up GameStop, which is, like, crumbling. Like, GameStop is nothing really right now. Like, there's some stores, some brick and mortars, but, like, it's really nothing now, man. And it's probably because they didn't ever make any money giving you 77 cents for your $40 video game that you try and sell them back. Like that's probably a poor bit. Like, you're not making any money doing that, but GameStop's up. I don't know what the end game is, but, like, now I saw, like, everybody that's doing, like, the trading apps and stuff today, they're showing, like, because they were trying to do the same thing to AMC, because I saw a bunch of people that shorted AMC theaters, and so people were trying to buy AMC stock and bring it up and fuck over those people too, and then they like won't let you trade. They won't let you trade today on TD Ameritrade and a couple other apps I saw. It wouldn't let you trade GameStop or AMC. And it was like somebody that was losing some money was like, fuck y'all, make it end. Like, end it now.
It's kind of funny seeing, like, how dare you manipulate the stock market that I've been manipulating? You know, like, it's
Like,
just,
I get
When
to
it
do
affects
that.
you, when it
because
affects you, it's okay. When it affects us, no.
You fuckers almost cost me my 4th vacation home. You understand how serious this is.
This
I
is a
almost-
big deal, man.
I almost got it in GameStop 2 days ago. It was at $80. That was the stock price, and I'm like, should I do it? I'm like, this is really risky, because, you know, it's they're buying and it's making it go up, and then they're selling, making it go down really quick. So I'm like, this is really risky. I won't do it. Today, Wednesday, 2 days later, it closed at $330. And 2 days ago was worth $80.
Before that was
Yeah.
worth like $4, wasn't it? Like
Before that it was like
Yeah,
single
so-
digits.
they brought it from
I-
like $4 to $80 and now up to over $300.
Mhm.
And it's pissing so many people off because they were shorting it at, like, I think that meant that it was like if it's below 450 or whatever, then they won whatever the bets were. And I want to say that if the bet ends at the end of the month. So these people are like, fuck them, let's do this. But now like the corporations and all the people with the money are like, don't do that. And I think
my
we could be wrong
coworker,
on this, but I think we're right.
Yeah, my coworker tried to get me in on it on, I want to say Monday. Or maybe it was either Thursday or Monday, because I think this all like really started on Friday and he was in like at the beginning. But either way, he originally bought in $400 worth of the stock. This morning he cashed out just profit, but then still kept his original investment in to keep going, but cashed out $2,300 worth of profit. Like, and I'm just sitting here like, this is what I get for being cheap and refusing to buy in when he told me this is the way it's going. This has happened before and it's all an internet joke. So it's definitely going to win. And you just cash out as soon as it starts to drop. And I was too much of a pussy to do anything.
I wonder if they'll be able to do it to AMC, because I think AMC also started like pretty low, and it has only been one day or so it's not too dramatic.
But
It
now
closed-
they're like putting all those stops in where they're like apps aren't working. They're saying brokers are telling their people not to do that. And like, if your broker, I feel like I saw people saying like, if your broker's telling you not to invest in these things, like your broker's now looking out for you. Fuck them all. Like get rid of them.
Yesterday,
I don't know if that's the case.
Yesterday it was worth $4.66. Today it went up to 16.30. So 400%.
Yeah.
In one day.
But the only problem with it now is none of them are going to be as successful as
GameStop.
GameStop was, because this all stems from Wall Street Bets, and now there's people on Wall Street Bets on Reddit, and they're all throwing out different ones that they should do. Like some people are doing AMC, some people are doing Blockbuster. Blockbuster went up like 200% today. Granted, that put them at like $4 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all trying to throw out different ones that they should do, which they really it's all they're throwing out different ideas on what they think would be the funniest thing to do. So that's why some people are saying Blockbuster, and then some people are like, well, no, AMC is the smart one, and other people are throwing out other ones. So it'll work on some level on all of them, I think, at least for a little bit. You just got to really keep an eye on it to know when it's time to just, I only made $40, but this isn't going anywhere. Get out now before it crashes.
Right. But
Yeah,
it is just kind of funny that the internet can take down all that shit.
And they're saying Friday is the day, though, or at least this is what my buddy told me. Friday's the day for GameStop. That's where it was trending. That's where it trended the last time that this kind of thing happened. That Friday's going to be the day where it spikes, and that's when you jump out, and because you're going to make the most money, and it'll all crash down. But at that point, it won't matter. You've made your own fucking money.
Yeah, definitely don't throw in more money than you're willing to lose. Like, it's pretty risky. Like I threw some in at AMC, not much, like just like $50, because I'm also cheap, Pat. So I'm like, I'm just $50. Let's see where it goes.
Higher than I would have done.
Are you using Robinhood?
Yeah, I'm using Robinhood.
So I think Robinhood was one of the ones that wasn't working for AMC today, right?
I think at a point, but it went through for me.
Yeah, that's the sketchiest bullshit thing about it, that they were able to just like, wait, they're doing this again, and some of us are going to lose money. Wait, guys, just shut down their ability to buy, and they did it.
Like, yeah, well, fuck? that just like, I mean, I feel like over the pandemic we kind of learned that like the stock market, like I felt like a lot of times people always were like, oh, the stock market is reflective of like how the economy is doing, but it's like the economy was doing shit and the stock market was fucking killing it over like the last year. And it's like, no, it's just companies are able to float a ton of money and they're able to inflate stocks. So like they're able to do what people on Reddit did just at their own will because it fucks over like you and I. But like when it happens to them, they're like, no, nope. And somehow there's going to be a law where now we're not allowed to like fucking talk about stocks on Reddit.
And but then something like
that.
But then they're going to find a way to add threads on Whisper to where it can't be fucking tracked. That's when I'll start doing it. That's when I'll start following it. Like once it's illegal, that's when I'll be like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't like you telling me what to do. I'm doing this illegal thing now.
Like at the beginning of the pandemic, I know there were a ton of politicians on both sides that were like basically insider trading with the people that were their donors, that like they knew when to dump stock before it was about to like just absolutely crash. And it was like Democrats, Republicans, whoever, they were all doing it, But like, there was no problem there. You or I does that. That's insider trading, and we're fucking Martha Stewart in jail right now. Like, it's just like, hey guys, these are the people that are supposed to be looking out for us. They don't give a fuck about us.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't give a fuck about us. So next, like I saw something yesterday that was like Bank of America made like $3 billion in overdraft fees last year. And it was like, then all these people were posting like, man, they fined me because I had less than $200 in my account. How are they charging me money that I don't have? Like, if I don't have money in my account, how are you going to charge me more money for not having more money in my account? Like, all those bullshit fees, like, they don't fucking care about you. They don't fucking care about you. And it's just like, that's like, just remember that. Like, it's us fucking, like, that's why, like, when we're all fucking getting divided and all this shit, like, that's why we gotta fucking stick together. Cause like a bunch of fucking dudes just chilling and fucking around on Reddit, we're able to fuck up Wall Street for a couple of days. Like, that's why we should fucking come together. Who gives a shit? Like, what your fucking race is or your orientation or your fucking other beliefs. It's like, let's fuck over the people that are trying to actively fuck us over.
There was I had heard this story a couple months back where it was Ben Bernanke, who used to be the chair of the Federal Reserve. And it was either while he was still there or like right after. And this was right when the Greek economic crisis was about to happen, where the entire Greece economy just fucking bottomed out and crashed. And he was giving some speech.
Left, yeah.
Yeah, he was giving this
Greece
speech.
terrible.
He was giving this speech to this room of people, and there was this guy that I follow on Twitter. I can't remember who it is now, but he was like following him in the speech, and Bernanke was up on stage going, "Hey guys, just so you know, if it was me, I would I'd get out of that stock now, or I'd buy it now," or whatever the fuck he said, where it was about to, whichever way would make you money. And the other guy gets up on stage after him, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, guys, right? Hello, yeah, for insider trading, yeah." So then, like, some people were clapping, and then other people, like, in the room realized, like, "Wait, no, he's making fun of us." Stop. He goes, you could see people after Bernanke gave his speech in like the 5-minute thing, like you could see them while he was talking going into their phones and like getting into their apps and buying the fucking stock and shit. Like, just blatantly, the head of the Federal Reserve will do this shit. So yeah, every chance we get, fuck all the hedge fund managers. Let's make as much money as we can. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, dude. It's us against them, man. And that's why, like, don't let fucking people divide
Until
we fucking take them over.
we get that rich, then, fuck the poor people.
No, and then till the robots come at us. Like, and then the robots, it's...
No,
but those are the people that are going to fucking pay for the robots to kill you. Like, then the robots are going to turn on them last. Like, they don't have your back. Gravy gang against everybody. Like, we unite. Let's all unite, and it's us against the fucking 1%.
Pour gravy on the robots, because not only is it wet, it's also hot. It'll melt the circuits.
Hopefully.
Gravy cannons. Yeah. That's what you invest in.
Stonks are back this week.
Stonks.
And then also Super Bowl ads are back. I hate that they do this now where they just put, like, they tease Super Bowl ads. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll watch the Super Bowl, and then I will see the ad on there, and then for the remainder of the rest of the year and probably longer than that, because those are like, that kind of sets the bar for, like, these are the ads this year. I absolutely hate that these big companies now are like, hey, you know what? To raise awareness, we're not going to be advertising. Like, fucking Pepsi said that. Budweiser said that. Pepsi has the fucking Pepsi halftime show that every fucking football game that we have seen for the last month has. Well, don't forget The Weeknd at the Pepsi halftime show. The Weeknd was a comeback kid because that's every fucking commercial if you watch a football game. It's like, Pepsi, you're getting all of your ads in. You're not advertising. And then by the way, Mountain Dew and a couple of other Pepsi products that, like, are owned by Pepsi, they have ads in the Super Bowl. So just not a Pepsi ad, except for the whole fucking halftime show. The whole fucking halftime show is a Pepsi ad.
So wait, they're not advertising. Why?
Because they're trying to focus on raising awareness for, like, COVID vaccines or some shit like that.
Okay, why wouldn't you buy an ad that is just an advertisement?
I think that might be what they're doing instead, but it's like, you can't say you're not advertising really, though, even though you bought the halftime show. If they bought the halftime show, and they, like, I will walk back my statement if The Weeknd, the entire halftime show, does not have a Pepsi logo or the mention of Pepsi at all, but it definitely will, because it's called the Pepsi halftime show.
I've got another idea. Instead of spending the $5 million for the 30-second ad, that raises awareness about the vaccine, why not buy $5 million worth of fucking vaccines?
They're trying to say that they're trying to convince people to have it, but like, how many people are gonna be like, well, Pepsi told me I should get a vaccine.
Or $2.5 million of vaccines, maybe like $1 million worth of advertising later on, and then $1.5 million worth of distribution of the vaccines. But no, $5 million on a 30-second ad to make your company look woke, that's a shit ton better.
It's like the celebrities that like are getting the vaccine and like recording themselves getting the vaccine. And they're like, we're just trying to encourage more people. Like fucking, like, I know a lot of politicians have done it, but like,
politicians made it.
Chrissy Teigen was talking about wanting to do it. And it's like, no, you just want to fucking skip a bunch of like old people in the line and get your vaccine.
Okay, no, I get.
Like,
I thought
Chrissy Teigen got it. I should get. I don't like. I don't think she got it yet, but I know she had posted something about it. And there's been a couple of other people like, I would do it to raise it. It's like, shut up, dude. You're not raising awareness. You just want to skip the line.
Yeah, no. If she got it, that's fucking bullshit. Because my 93-year-old grandmother, who's in a facility right now, hasn't even gotten hers yet because her wing that she was in got locked down for coronavirus a little while ago. So she hasn't even been able to get it. So if Chrissy Teigen gets it first, I'm going to take a pin and pop her titties.
Don't do that.
Oh, I'll do it.
Don't.
Or I'll hire a crazy homeless guy to do it.
We disavow what Pat just said. Robert, cut that part out.
No, leave it.
In trouble for that. We could get in trouble for that.
Yeah, no. I can get in trouble and we can go viral for that.
But Budweiser said they're doing the same thing. They're like, I think they're going to post an ad about like getting promoting getting a coronavirus vaccine or whatever, or something like that. But Bud Light has an ad. You know who owns Bud Light? Budweiser. It's the fucking same thing. Like, guys, you can't say like, hey, Pepsi's gonna take. It's like PepsiCo owns Mountain Dew. If they did that, then Mountain Dew shouldn't have an ad. You're still advertising. Just like quit trying to be fake woke to just get people to be like, well, I'm gonna go with Pepsi because they have this. Like, I thought Pepsi already did their woke thing. Crystal or Caitlyn Jenner, which one of the Jenners? Kendall Jenner. She ended racism. Remember?
That's one of my. That's one of my favorite.
Here, have a Pepsi, and they're like, no more racism, done. And then racism is back. I guess she hasn't given enough people Pepsis.
That's my greatest thing is that they inferred with that commercial that if you give a cop a Pepsi, he's just gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't hit black people. Like, what the fuck was that? It's still one of my favorites of all time because this is the
first off,
dumbest
you don't need a
ad
Pepsi to just know not to hit black people. I do that without a Pepsi. That should be point one. But like two, it's like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna fix the racist.
It's so worthless to run an ad saying you should get your vaccine 3 months before anybody's able to get their vaccine because they're still trying to vaccinate 65 and older.
It's just like in the very beginning of the pandemic, where
none of us are going to have access to this to the summer,
right? And we don't. We're young. We're not in the age
which
range
I'm cool
where
with.
We need to be.
I'm chill.
But like, it's like in the very beginning of the pandemic where we all got emails from any company you've ever bought anything from. It's like Best Buy wants you to know that we stand with you in fighting the COVID-19 virus. I don't fucking care about Best Buy's take on it. I don't give a fuck about Budweiser's opinion on the COVID vaccine. Like, just sell me fucking beer. Give me the Budweiser frogs again. I don't fucking know. Like, show me some cool shit, dude. I don't need you guys preaching at me. Sell your Pepsi. Sell your goddamn Pepsi. Don't act like you're all fucking we're allowed to all believe whatever we want to believe. But fucking don't try and act like you're being a great thing or you're doing a great thing when you're just trying to get the clout for it and just sell your fucking Pepsi.
What I don't want is $3 off my next purchase of $65 or more. What I do want is Dilly Dilly back.
Dilly Dilly for the Super Bowl. I think Dilly Dilly kind of ran its course. I was a little fed.
No, bring it back. But here's the thing. And you were right when you started off with this earlier. I hate now that companies will start a commercial 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. Then their Super Bowl ad that they pay for will be a commercial we've already been watching for 2 weeks. Why would you do that? You debut it at the Super Bowl and then let it keep running for 2 or 3 weeks afterwards. You don't give it to us before. So when we're watching the game, we're like, we've seen this, you stupid fucks. You didn't need to pay $5 million. I will never understand why.
Remember when it all used to be new commercials? You're like, wow,
but these
are all different.
The last 3 years, companies will play the commercials beforehand, not even just a tease. Some of them do teases, but sometimes it'll be a full commercial that they've already aired and they just aired at the Super Bowl.
I don't want to go online and watch a commercial. My
No.
least favorite part about YouTube is the commercials. I don't
Isn't
want
it
to
a
go and
little?
be like,
Isn't it weird anyway that we get excited about watching commercials like during the Super
just
Bowl?
because
Like,
they're cool during the Super
No.
Bowl. It's a one-time-a-year thing. Like I
They
never get
used to be
excited.
the best of the best, though.
The Super Bowl's a spectacle. That's what I like about the Super Bowl. It's like everybody gets together. People that don't give a fuck about football watch football that one day a year. You get to hang out. It's just kind of a party. Like as a football fan, you're like, this is what the whole season culminates to. And if your team's not playing in it, you have like a lot less fight in the game. So you're just like, I'm just gonna have a good time and hang. If your team's in it, you're just fucking nervous as shit the whole time. But like, it's a fun thing about like, oh, okay, like we get to see some new commercials. I remember as a kid, you're like, oh, look at this. This is neat. And now it's like, oh, cool. Like I saw this on TV already. Oh, but like, I'm not going to go sit through an ad on YouTube and then watch an ad. I'm not going to do like, that's weird to me. I know a lot of people like to see it. And like, I also don't want a teaser. I don't want a teaser of a fucking commercial. It's like, what? You bought a minute and you're showing me 20. Like, I don't care. People care. I get it. I mean, I'm obviously one of those that don't, but like people care because people watch it and they keep doing it. So obviously I may be in the minority on that and I'm fine with that, but I just think it's kind of silly.
The only time I ever wanted to go online, and by the way, I never did. Never did. The only time I ever wanted to go online to finish a commercial was the old GoDaddy commercials, where it'd be like a hot chick and she's about to do something. It's like, go to GoDaddy.com to see the rest of this. I'm like, well, I want to see what happens, but also I'm super fucking lazy and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
no, I don't watch commercials. I rarely ever see commercials because I have like on YouTube. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see any ads there. I don't really watch a lot of TV.
Feel being a millionaire.
So I don't really care about the ads. And you guys know I don't care about football. I don't watch the game, not even like 1 second of it, the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
like,
I mean,
advertisements don't matter to me at all.
I don't really see many advertisements anymore either, because usually if I'm on regular TV now, I'm watching sports. And then during the commercial, like usually I'm playing a video game while I'm watching whatever I'm doing, and it'll be like a story mode game. So like whenever I need to hear something and the game's on, I just pause it and wait till the game's at commercial and I do it then. Or I'm on Hulu and I'm watching it, and Hulu gives you the same 5 fucking commercials over and over. So even like, and I'm doing the same, I'm doing the same thing with video games, but also like, even if I'm watching it, eventually you just tune it out and you don't hear the commercial anymore. Even if that's the only thing you're doing is watching it. So
like Pat and I have been watching NHL. Like we have the NHL packages that we've both been watching, and like they have 4 commercials on that. They have 4 commercials, and it's like the NHL credit cards you can get. They
2 of them are for the NHL.
Yeah, 2 of them are NHL related. One of them is like a car commercial for some like truck, and then the other one is the New Amsterdam vodka. Like that's like there's 4 ads that run.
Yeah,
and it's every other, and you're like, cool. I have watched this ad 7,000 times in the last 3 hours, but I get it. Whatever, like that's cool. It's you just get used to this. But like Peacock is funny to me with their ads because like every 3rd ad is like one of their ads right now that they're running all the time is just The Office. It's on Peacock, and I'm like, I don't really even mind this ad. It's like a minute of them. I'm like, I'm here for it. So like, let's do that. But honestly, my advice would just be more Office themed Super Bowl ads. That's what we should do.
I'm with that.
We should go with that. So Super Bowl ads, just because like now's the teaser time for people like, oh, hey, you want to see what Doritos is going to do? No, I don't. I don't want to see what Doritos has planned for the Super Bowl. No. It's probably something about the chips.
I'll wait 2 weeks to when you actually just start airing the commercial on TV.
Remember when Mr. Peanut, they had like the whole like Mr. Peanut got injured in a car wreck thing?
Or no, died.
Or yeah, whatever. And then it was
killed
like,
him.
It was like,
killed Mr.
I was like,
Peanut.
are you trying to get me like bought in on like a Mr. Peanut storyline? Like, that ain't it, bro. I just don't. Peanut. I have no interest in going and checking out like, whoa, I wonder what happens to Mr. Peanut.
They also did that with the KFC, the Colonel. They kept changing out the Colonel.
But that was kind of a bit, though. I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
Didn't it culminate to something? Something?
I don't even remember. If it did, it was so lackluster that I don't remember.
The only Colonel ad I remember is Reba. Her being
was funny. Daryl Hammond was.
Norm Macdonald was great.
There were quite a few, but yeah, that. I don't know. I missed those commercials, honestly. Now that you mention it, but
Yeah.
Super Bowl ads and just
George, what was his name? The super tan guy, George something.
Stephanopoulos.
No,
Stanza.
fuck you. I hate you both.
George.
You're both
He
so
did do a
mean to me. and
Lopez.
it's-
Lopez, he's pretty tan. Lopez?
No.
George Lopez.
Wow, that's just racist.
Robert said that.
And he is tan.
And Robert is
Wow.
Hispanic as well, so Robert's allowed to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And hey, you know the last
Wow.
thing that people need is a white person telling them what is racist.
I'm sorry. That's
Pat,
all
so
I've
maybe
been
walk
told
that back.
online for a long time is that white people have to let everyone know what's racist, or else they won't know what's racist for their own good. That's what I've been told online for quite some time now.
Okay.
Are you
if you're
telling me
told
that's wrong?
online, then you know what? If Twitter said it, it's probably true. That's what I've learned on Twitter, at least. Is that
Twitter's
everything
never
there
wrong.
is true. By the way, I guess I'm just adding this as a comeback kid is breaking news because Pass the Gravy has broken West Ham news before. And Claret and Big Blue podcast, also on the Pass the Gravy podcast network with myself and Mike Fish. We just broke like 2 West Ham stories by just saying like, take that to the bank. It's official. You heard it here first. And then just harassed, like when people would say it was official today, we just clipped it. And we're like, yep, well, we said it first. So please give us credit. Those sons of bitches haven't credited us yet, but we broke 2 signings again. So just who would have thought, I'm the Adam Schefter
High five.
of
High five.
I'm the Adam Schefter of the English Premier League, basically, specifically West Ham. But who would have thought?
So, no, you are Adam Schefter.
The Adam Schefter.
Adam Schefter.
Adam Schefter.
Is Adam Schefter
I'm just Adam
bigger than
Schefter with one of
Woj?
those.
Adam Schefter, golf.
In football, for sure. Woj is bigger in basketball.
I know.
Yeah.
One is basketball, one is football, but like just comparing the two, is Adam Schefter bigger than Woj? Because I always thought Woj was the top of the top.
It's
Adam
equivalent.
Schefter is because I think like Shams right now is kind of cramping Woj's
Ooh.
style a little bit.
Yeah, well, no, that's why a couple years ago it would have been Woj, just because there was always also Chris Mortensen in NFL, and there's some other. But now Shams is kind of right there with Woj, so I would say it is equivalent now.
Shams, I can't remember Shams' last name, but yeah, he's also like
It's
basically
Shams.
the same
only-
thing as Woj.
The two that I know are Woj and Ken Rosenthal. Those are what I know.
Rosenthal, it's baseball though, right?
Yeah.
But I think like Schefter,
Shams Charania.
yeah, but Schefter kind of does other stuff too. But what if like Adam Schefter? It's just Adam Schefter with one of those like British like flat hats.
Yes.
He's just wearing like a jacket. It's basically just him over a Peaky's Blinders.
You should make
face.
You should make that fake account, but spell it like AUM. Adam Schefter.
Cheerio, mates. Today, and just basically like copy everything he tweets, but just like try and put it in like British terms.
Like write it out in a British accent.
He's coming across the pond, the Great Lakes, to Buffalo.
Taylor Lewan is signing a new contract, bruv.
Good on him, isn't it?
You gotta throw a lot of innits in there.
It's pretty neat, isn't it? All right then. I'll have a point over that then.
And after a while, just turn it into Australian and start saying crikey. People are like, no, that's not right. Like,
Just
sorry,
yeah, go back and no. Then we have Adam Schefter, and it's just like Steve Irwin with Adam Schefter's face on it.
Hold on, I want to do this with one of his tweets right now so badly.
I hope that somebody
whatever his last tweet is.
Because if somebody else thinks this is
Seahawks
funny, it's
statement
gonna be
on offensive tackle Chad Wheeler.
Oh, Chad Wheeler, hey.
Damn it, I wish it was him breaking news. That would have been better.
Chad Wheeler, yeah, he
Fuck.
played with the Giants for a little knock right there, and then I heard apparently he's knocking around his girlfriend.
Yeah, I just scrolled down and saw why it said there was a statement. Fuck.
See, as British Adam Schefter would agree with it though, because he did try to make her bow down to him like the king would. And as we believe in the royal family here in Britain, we don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Oh God, man, I really wish the first one I pulled up was not about fucking choking a woman,
Domestic
but
abuse. Yeah, that was probably the worst one you could have pulled up, honestly. Do you have anything about people raping kids? If you wanted to read that in a British accent too, Pat, would you like to do that? No, please don't. Please don't. I was like, he seemed like he had something in his pocket for that. I was like, no. Okay. What is our? Don't even try one. Don't even try it.
I can't even think of anything.
Good.
To
No,
say.
you shouldn't. It's a good thing. Don't try.
Okay, the last comeback kid is masks. As we are finally getting our vaccines rolled out, Fauci comes out and goes, "Hey guys, if you wear 2, it works better. Hell, you could even use 3." Like,
You know, it'd be
no
nuts.
shit.
Do you think if I had 5 of them on, it works too?
Wait. What about 8?
10, maybe.
No, that was my favorite thing. Is someone quote tweeted like whoever the fuck put this, and they just tagged the video of Jim asking Dwight, "What about 4 months?"
I could see that.
I could see that. 6.
It's possible.
There's 423 masks.
That could definitely be it.
I was dying, but like, no shit that the more layers of cloth that you put between your mouth and other people, it's going to trap more and be more effective. But like, you wait till we have vaccines that are coming out and being rolled out to be like, well, guys, you should probably wear more.
Well, this is because of the more contagious strain that's going around.
Oh, I didn't
Which
know
strain
that
are you
part.
talking about?
I don't know. There's multiple ones. There's California one. There's who knows other ones.
But
yeah,
California was so careful. Why?
And what are the other strains called? Because I thought we aren't allowed to call them after where they're from.
they're called contagious.
Boom, roasted, Robert. Boom, you xenophobic dick.
Yeah, what are you, xenophobic towards California?
I called them the more contagious ones.
He called it the California virus.
He said it's the California virus. Everyone knows he said it. No, but like, it's the British strain. They have a British strain, and you're like, guys, we can't call it where it's from. We just yelled at people for fucking calling it the China virus. If you say it's the Chinese virus, like, you can't say it's got the British strain on it. That's offensive to British people.
I got 2 questions real quick.
I'll tell you what, Adam Schefter is probably not very happy with you mates over there. You lads calling it the British strain.
I got 2 questions real quick. One, when are we going to stop doing the Trump voice? Like,
Never.
when is it going to be?
It's
When is it going to be
still-
long
it's
enough
funny
out?
whenever anybody
Just
does
to-
it still.
And 2, can we at least admit that when he said it was the Kung flu, that was the funniest fucking thing ever?
I do not agree with that statement.
That was, oh, come on.
It's
funny just from the fact that it's funny just from the fact that the president of the United States of America referred to the coronavirus as the Kung flu. Come on. If you can't laugh at that, then you can't enjoy anything in life. I'm sorry. You're smiling. You're refusing to laugh, though.
It's like the most Donald Trump thing he would have said, though. So it's like,
but that's what's saying. It's just the absurdity of it is what makes it funny.
Donald Trump was it was 4 years of like your drunk uncle at a picnic, but like it was the leader of your country to like the rest of the world. And you're like, no, just old Donnie does that sometimes, guys. You never know. You never know with him. No, he's just riffing up there on stage. Yeah, he had no idea what he was doing. But yeah, it's cool. I know he told us to drink bleach. I know he said that. Yeah, he did.
We won't go off on Trump memories, but also the one that makes me think the first like meeting of world leaders that he was at, I forget what it was at, or the U8 conference or whatever, or G8 or whatever it is, when they all walk up on stage and he shoves like 4 of them out of the way so he can be standing in front of everyone. I was like, this is just going to be a cartoon for 4 years.
It kind of was.
Oh, God damn it. I keep forgetting to turn this off for Wednesdays. Guys, you should just start a bet.
Like, no, it's I would rather you know to like promote the podcast than not know to do that. But it's kind of weird that like the whole like the amount of time we've had the pandemic, the amount of like the first thing when the pandemic happened was everybody was like, wash your hands a lot. Use hand sanitizer, wear a face mask. And like, I hate like hearing commercials where like, and you know, Kroger just wants you to know that their best advice for fighting the coronavirus is using hand sanitizer, washing your hands often, and wearing a mask. Like, no shit, motherfucker. Like every time there's anybody on the news They're like, and we're gonna go to Haley, who is our COVID expert right now. Well, Haley, what would you recommend for the people at home? She's like, all right, now, thanks, Veronica. I would have to say that our best way to fight the virus right now would be to, wear some gloves. Maybe wear gloves if you're at the grocery store. Use a lot of hand sanitizer. Wash your hands often, and always remember to wear a mask. That's the same shit we've been saying for like a year now. It's not new. Always
this
this segment
point-
again. Like if
this
you don't
point-
know, you don't know.
Yeah, everyone knows to do it. People are either gonna do it, or they're from Florida and they're not gonna do it.
And I get there's not like a lot of new news on the Rona every single day or whatever, but it's just like you're repeating the same shit. I get it, dude. What? Like don't cough on people? Is that another one? That's a good one. Pass the gravies. Tips to fight COVID. Try not to sneeze on anybody. If you can, wear a full beekeeper suit with a gas mask. Also make sure you never touch anything. Try to hold your breath as long as you can so you don't breathe in the COVID. Try not to, if you're into that like stuff where you like spitting in each other's mouths, don't do that. Just don't do that. Those are the pass the gravy tips for fighting COVID. But yeah, masks, man. So wearing masks, believe it or not, guys, wearing 2 is better than wearing 1. But honestly, could this be a condom situation? Could they rub together? If it rubs together, the friction, could it cause a hole and then you're breathing in all the COVID?
I saw somebody make
They
that
say
joke.
sometimes I didn't even know that was the case with the mask thing. But it's
Here's the
like
thing,
that's
though.
what they say. Like the condoms break if you put 2 on.
But what if you put Astroglide between the condoms?
I don't know. I haven't worn
Shouldn't-
condoms with my friend. Get it? I don't have sex.
Everyone tweet at Emma. Tell her. No,
No, we're
seriously,
waiting
but,
till
like,
marriage, dude.
but if that's the thing, if it's a friction thing, shouldn't Astroglide between the condoms fix all that?
I don't fucking know, man.
Big brain shit, man. Big
I don't
brain
know.
shit.
Big brain.
We're
shit. Moving on.
We're 5 condoms. What are the chances that
7
5 condoms break?
Right. 100 condoms.
Start with a little buddy and then work your way all the way up to a magnum. You'll be fine.
Buy a whole box of condoms and put all of them on at the same time. Then she's gonna think you're probably bigger too. Life hack. Do you want to make her think? Do you want to make it appear that your dick is bigger than it is, while also not getting a girl pregnant? Well, boy, oh boy, do we have a life hack for you here at Pass the Gravy. All you gotta do is put all 12 of the condoms in the pack on you at one time, and boy, oh boy, she's gonna feel you're gonna feel girthier than ever.
Also, make sure the last one is ribbed for her pleasure.
Ribbed for her pleasure, right? Because we care about her pleasure.
Yeah.
It's about her, fellas.
Not about you. It's never about the guy.
On Pass the Gravy, it's about her, okay? All right, bro. It's a team game. If one of us has fun, both of us have fun, all right?
I want to make that shirt now. Just a shirt that plainly says it's about her.
It's about her. We can work on that.
Then on the back, maybe just like a tongue emoji or something.
All right, moving on.
Oh, we're fucking idiots.
Yes, we definitely are. I feel like we just hit on like 7 topics that we have really no idea about. And
Do we
assuming
ever?
people we were really in the deep end in this one, I feel like today. Stocks, public health,
Condoms.
condoms, sex. We don't know anything about sex. We don't know anything about sex. But yeah, just all like I don't know, advertising, fucking berries. We know I know a lot about berries now,
Pedophilia?
honestly. We don't know anything about that.
Nothing.
It's besides that it's bad.
Nothing.
What Robert's like, actually, I'd like to add a few. No, we're not. Moving on. Let's get some Jesus in our life, guys. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment. So we just did the Comeback Kids. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment. This is a segment we started a little over a year ago. It's been going on for over a year, but Hashtag PTG WWJD is how you're going to send your submissions in. When I was growing up, we had the WWJD bracelets, but it never, like, it was just, what would Jesus do? We don't know. It never told me an answer. It's not like a fortune cookie where you just open it up and it like shows you on the other side of the bracelet. So I decided, why don't we tell you what Jesus would do? You tweet us at PassYourAPod, hashtag PTGWWJD, and throw Jesus in a situation he might find himself in 2021. Throw Jesus in a modern situation in today's times and present it to us, and we will get to the bottom of it. This, guys, is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
Great. It was I love that. Thank you, Jingle Blake, for that jingle. That's honestly, like, is that the best one we do?
Yes.
And shout out to Robert for allowing us to hear him now, because it's been a minute. And I think me and Pat singing
Hashtag love you, Robert.
Hashtag love you, Robert. That's our hashtag for the week. Hashtag love you, Robert. At Robert Barbosa 03. Also, if you love Robert, go and make sure you subscribe to A Recent Study Suggests. His podcast comes out every Monday on the Pass Your Way Podcast Network. Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And then, do you have a Facebook page?
We do
Recent
not.
Study Suggest. No Facebook page.
No Facebook page.
Okay. Twitter and
He's
Instagram.
like,
don't creep on his
ain't
Facebook.
on that old dude shit.
He ain't on that old dude. He's got a Parlor on Parlor. Go follow them.
Gab.
Study Pod.
He's really big on Gab.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
It's farther right wing parlor.
Oh, ugh. So Robert really into that stuff. What would Jesus do? Let's go and start it with, actually, this week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from the Jingle Blake Wonder at the Sexy Bananas on Twitter. Jingle Blake says, does Jesus ever take a vacation? How many weeks of PTO does he get? Who fills in for him while he's out? Jeff? Linda? Can he roll over his PTO, or is it one of those use it or lose it kind of deals? This is maybe the most detailed question we've ever had. But
and I think it's the simplest answer.
Love it.
Yes, because Jesus is everywhere at once. So if you're on vacation, Jesus is on vacation.
He's on vacation, and we do know he doesn't really ever have any time off, but Sunday is his day of rest.
But he's still there for you. That's what I'm saying. Jesus is everywhere at all times. So you might be on vacation, but I'm not. So he's still on vacation.
He's on vacation, but he's also at work.
Yeah, but he loves his work.
He loves his work so much that he never takes off.
But when you're on vacation, Jesus is like, he's going to pull up a lawn chair or like a beach chair next to you, and he's going to work on that bass tan.
I mean, honestly, like in one of these, I would like to think though, what if it was like a Bruce Almighty situation where Jesus just he's like, yo, bro, I'm going to go to the coast. Going to check out the beach. I just want to go hang out at the beach for a couple weeks. And he just boom, Pat, you're Jesus for 2 weeks. And you're like, what the fuck? It's just a Bruce Almighty situation where you find yourself having all of the responsibilities of Jesus. And it's just all right.
That movie would have been very different if I was in charge.
Well, I was just that is a good, Jesus has to have something. When we eventually write our Jesus sitcom with all the scenarios that we have gotten you guys to pitch to us, basically is what we.
Which, by the way, the sitcom jingle will be Jingle Blake's jingle.
Yeah, we'll just call it WWJD. It'll sell a lot of people will watch it initially, and it'll probably tank. But we'll throw Jesus is hey. He's kind of a mediocre carpenter. He's not the best carpenter, but his dad has such a great rap that they're always yeah, 5 stars. It's Jesus. We love Jesus. And he's yo, I just got me and Mary's got to go. Mary Magdalene got to go over there, and we're gonna just get away for a weekend. We're gonna go to Atlantic City. Marge has to cover for him. Marge at the church has to slide in and fill in, and it's oh no, Jesus, I don't know about this. It's a very busy weekend. It's before Christmas, and everybody's asking for a lot of stuff. He can't take off in December. Obviously, I would assume that November either he can't take off.
July.
June, July are his off months if he takes any.
So, like, if he had given me those powers, it would have been, instead of reply all yes, it would have just been reply all no, I'm hitting the casino.
Yeah.
Actually,
that'd
I
be-
probably, because I really don't like casinos, it would just be me placing sports bets on my phone and just like watching online, and like the 3 is in the air, and I'm just like, that's going in.
And
Just tipping every ball in.
me opening all the drawers like Morgan Freeman did in Bruce Almighty. That are just like, it's like a mile wide drawer, which is you're like, wow, it went all the way to the other side of the room. How many vials are in there?
Actually, you know what I'd probably do? I'd go right to the track. Just bet on every longest shot and just make that horse faster with my
Dude,
Jesus
I
powers.
would totally go to a pool and walk on water.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, once you leave the track for the day, you go to a nighttime pool party and you trip everyone out.
And then you're like, and now the pool's got wine in it. And then Jesus comes back. He's very angry with you. He takes away your Jesus powers. And that's the end of the episode. Done. That's a 30-minute episode right there.
That is no worse than what Bruce did to make his girlfriend horny for his benefit.
That is true. True.
He manipulated a woman. I'm just manipulating the horses.
I like that Jesus is just everywhere. That's the easy answer.
It is.
But I feel like I also like the answer of just like he would just spring it on somebody random. Like it would be a whole Bruce Almighty situation. That's who fills in for him.
That's the more fun one.
Because then that makes you appreciate a little bit more everything he does for you.
Yeah, but nobody could handle Jesus's powers except for Jesus.
Right. And so then you learn, like, hey, when I curse at him and I call him names and shit and I'm mad at him, I'm just really an idiot because his job's really hard.
But that's also kind of a dick move, though, to put that on a normal man.
Just to humble you a little bit. Sometimes you need to be humbled.
Yeah, but you can do a lot of damage.
You can benefit with it.
If I replied all to no, how many people with cancer pray for right?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
And I just replied no.
That would be bad.
That's why you can't do this to the average person. Maybe the average or the above average Christian you could do it with.
Maybe that, yeah. That's how you get your opportunity when you put it into the collection plate at church. Those people are in the pool.
It's like when you're the Christian version of when you've spent 1.2 million in the Church of Scientology. So like you didn't actually spend that much money into the church, but like you spent that much time and effort into the Bible, but you didn't bankrupt yourself and give away all of your secrets and put yourself in financial ruin and subject
yourself to blackmail. Yeah.
Yeah, and a dangerous cult that doesn't care about its people, just their money. But yeah, that one. That little chestnut.
That's what Jesus would do.
I'm still saying Jesus is everywhere at all times, so
I like the Bruce Almighty
that's my
bit.
answer. Robert,
you've never seen Bruce Almighty, so I would assume you would know what we're talking about.
I've seen Bruce Almighty once, but this was years ago, so I barely remember anything about it.
It's a good.
Do you remember Jennifer Aniston having an orgasm in the bathroom?
No.
Oh.
I could never forget
it. It was quite pleasurable.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Who's vibrating? That was perfect timing for that.
Yeah, right.
All right, Robert, so pick. Who's right, me or Alex?
I like the Bruce Almighty kind of thing, and it's replaced by someone else.
So you
finally
you chose a bit over Jesus being everywhere for everyone at all times. Okay.
Life's really just a bit if you think about it.
Okay.
That's why you gotta enjoy it, folks.
That's true.
That's why you gotta enjoy it. Moving on, let's get to the PTG picks segment that we will briefly run through. It'll be a very quick one this week. Brought to you by our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire whole wide world. Again, shout out to our buddy Keith, the taproom manager up at Southern Star. He was wearing all of our PTG Gravy Gang gear. He's got all of our shit.
He's the best.
He's repping PTG at all times. We love Keith. We love everybody up at Southern Star. And you know what else I've been really loving as we've been doing the podcast? Their new Metzli Peckin Stout. It's awesome, dude. It is amazing. I'm not a huge stout guy a lot of times, but I always tell you, I don't like insert this kind of beer. I love Whenever Southern Star makes it. Like, it's perfect. It's amazing. It's great. There's nothing that they make that's not amazing. Do you want the new Fracker IPA? I'm not a huge IPA guy. That's why I was a big like bombshell blonde guy. I like the strawberry bombshell blonde guy. The heavier stuff, I'm a little guy. It's hard for me to get into. But it's like I would have never liked the Russian Imperial Stout. They showed me the Russian Imperial Stout. It was amazing. The Korova milkshake, fucking, it's like
Another
candy.
IPA.
It's
They've got like
candy.
6 IPAs that are all perfect.
Fracker IPA, the unofficial beer of the oil and gas industry in H-Town. Low calorie IPA. It's like if you eat a couple of M&Ms and drink a low calorie IPA, it's like the same fucking amount. Like, it's nuts. Like, they have something for everybody up at Southern Star Brewing Company. Bombshell Blonde, that's the OG. My personal favorite is the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde. I like the Southern Brunch. The beer mimosa is what it is. Basically, there's citrus shandy. The new Metzley, man, that's out in stores. I'm
so happy
when I saw it. It was a couple weeks. It hadn't been in stores for me, at least. I knew it was.
I saw it for the first time today.
But I saw it on Friday and was like, "Give me 6 of them."
I told you.
I'm talking 6 packs. I bought all of the 6 packs available there because I wanted all of them. I didn't want people
I told
to
you my two favorite kinds of beers that I've ever had across all boards are a pecan stout and a coffee porter. And here we go. We've knocked one of them out of the box.
It's like a combo of both because it's got a little like coffee taste to it, just with the pecan, and then it's got like it's almost like a chocolatey like.
No, wait. Eventually,
you know?
Now I'm gonna start leaning on them. I want that coffee porter now, but it's gonna be a while. It'll have to be next year because porters, especially, but really coffee porters, they tend to be cold weather month things. So
And
maybe February.
We have Darling Like a Marlin Ale coming out sometime.
Ooh, maybe it could be a coffee porter.
I don't know, dude.
Darling Like a Marlin coffee porter. Nope, can't be. Does not roll off the tongue.
Yeah. What about like an amber? An amber. Ooh, I don't know if that seems like.
What about whatever they want to give to us?
I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, if I'm just trying. I'm really at that point. This is me trying to pretend like I know like real stuff about beer that I haven't only learned through Southern Star. Like an amber, a stout. Okay, is it a lager?
Maybe a Hefeweizen.
A Hefeweizen. You're right.
Hey, as long as it's not non-alcoholic. That's my only request, which I don't think they would ever do.
I mean, but you know what? Market. Maybe they make an option. Maybe they make an option for that. If you don't like beer, they have beer. They're beer for people that like beer. They're also beer for people that don't like beer because you're gonna love the Southern Brunch citrus shandy. It's awesome. It is just a mimosa beer, as I told you guys before. If you go to the tap room, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, they got wine. You can drink wine in the tap room. You know, if your husband or boyfriend or wife or whoever likes beer, but you don't like beer, you can drink wine. It's great. It's great for everybody. Something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world, the official sponsor of our PTG Picks segment, which we'll get to right now. Like, really, we're just giving you a recap. Pat went 2-1 last week. I went 1-2. Both of us whiffed on the Packers. I think I had the under in the Chiefs-Bills game. That didn't hit, and that was how it went down for me. We both had Chiefs winning, and they covered. And so Pat went 2-1. I went 1-2 on the season. Pat is 29-2. I am 30-28-2. We had no
talk about fucking pressure going into the Super Bowl.
We are as even as we can be. Next week's rules.
No, I just mean pressure for me, in that I have to go positive or I finish the year with a losing record.
I finished the year with a losing record already, and I still can, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
So we're picking next week.
We're doing we're doing 4 bets: spread, over or under, and then 2 props.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were going to do one.
That's going to be our Super Bowl PTG picks spectacular. It's our last one.
Spread, over, under, and 2 props. I mean, like, we don't know what the over is going to be at, but like,
I think it was 55, 56 right now is what I saw it at.
It's the over.
If you don't think I'm teasing Chiefs -3 to get to Chiefs +3 and then get like
you mean for actual bets, because you can't do that on here.
Right. No, but I'm definitely going to play that too. Like, but
oh yeah. No, we're going to use the Packers special. Chiefs and the over teased. Tuesday. I like that. I like calling it that.
So we'll start doing next year.
Over,
but yeah.
over and favorite tease, or over and whatever team teased.
So
Yeah.
at Gravy Gambles, give that a follow on Twitter if you like gambling. If you like just seeing what we're betting on, Gravy Gambles made it back to over 500 again. I had
Ooh,
a
last
little bit
night,
of
boys.
a little bit of this last week, really. Like
Ooh.
Monday, Tuesday, we were crushing it.
I
We
didn't.
were crushing it.
I added an extra one. You keep not betting the Bruins, man.
A lot of times the Bruins are because that Bruins division's tough. There's a lot of good teams in that, so it's like I'm very hesitant
is.
to pick a team that is, because especially when they're playing back to backs. A lot of times you're like,
They have
I
yet
go
to
with
play
what I feel like is the
back-to-back.
safest. Well, a lot of teams are playing back to backs, and so that's what I mean. So like, I don't know. The Bruins, they're sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't show up. So it's like they're a
I'll
hard
tell you
team to
what I
bet.
don't like about the NHL right now is this is the second time in like 4 days where there's only 2 games tonight. But then tomorrow they'll have 16 like teams
They had
playing.
13 last night.
So
They had 1 on Monday.
Yeah, so there was like 2 games, and then they'll have 8 the next night, and then maybe like 6, then 2 games, then like 7 the next. Just like always give me 3 or 4 games a night. Let me put a
Don't
fucking
you know?
parlay
Yeah,
together.
don't you know? I like to parlay games, and don't you know that like some of the games I don't feel comfortable betting. I don't like.
Yes.
I don't love. If I don't love the game, I'm not gonna bet it.
Yeah,
Which isn't true because I will still probably bet some games I don't love just because I'm like, I gotta get some
Probably.
action on tonight. But,
yeah,
like,
I'm way into it now.
it's fun. Like I'll bet less on those games, but still.
But either way,
We
guys,
don't need to talk too much.
Follow
hockey, but
Gravy Gambles. We're gonna
At
make you
Gravy
money.
Gambles.
You don't need to know hockey. We're gonna make you some
we are
money.
back in hockey at least. Follow the hockey bets. Maybe back off the soccer bets. Maybe back
Yeah.
off of those.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that. Did the soccer bet not hit today?
I don't know. I haven't checked, but West.
Neither have I. You keep talking and I'll find out.
Yeah.
For us.
So yeah, but we've been at Gravy Gambles. Did Manchester United lose?
No, I don't know. I'm literally pulling it up right now.
Fuck. I bet they lost. It's like I feel like I've been cursed in soccer where anything I bet outside of West Ham immediately loses. And it's like it's the best team against
Sheffield or something.
Yeah, Manchester United, which was like one of the top 2 teams in the league, playing the worst team in the league. So this was a layup. And I bet money line, so I had to lay a lot of money on it for not a lot of a return. So I probably just ate shit. And I think I put like $60 on it.
I could have sworn that I bet it, but I don't see it in here.
God damn, hold on, I did. As somebody that did bet it, I will look and
Man, you lost.
and fucking shit.
How?
I bet them. That's why. I don't follow the soccer bets. I'm sorry. It had been like 2 weeks since I bet a soccer game.
Dude, I
and
swear
just
to
Jesus
God, I
Christ.
placed that bet today, but it doesn't show up anywhere on my account. So
Oh,
I guess
lucky you. Lucky
I guess
you.
I'm dumb.
No, lucky you.
I mean,
If it's not a West Ham bet that's on at Gravy Gambles, don't follow it. If it's a soccer bet, just bet the opposite. Actually, bet the opposite.
Bet the opposite.
If it's got a little soccer ball next to what I pick, bet the opposite. If it's got a hockey stick, go with it. Moving on. A lot of people don't give a shit about gambling. They were just talking about gambling.
Okay. I'm happy that
Gravy
didn't go through.
Fuck you, Man United.
Oh, you know what? I did not bet it because I did not like how much I would have to bet to make any money. Because they were like, weren't they minus like 360?
Yeah, that's why I just lost like $60.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bet them. That's right. Because I'm cheap. Be cheap like me, guys.
Because I wanted to get some action on a game that started at 2. I'm a sucker for like, oh, it's a daytime game. Well, like I could watch this. Like it just gives me something to do. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll bet the Eastern Illinois college basketball game so I can watch a college basketball game when I get home.
Come join the degeneracy.
Moving on.
You like how that sounded like something else, huh?
Our next segment is the Not Cool segment, brought to you by our friends at Alamo Remedy CBD. Now, my grandmother, she has some problems with her lungs. She doesn't have COVID or anything, but she has some like breathing issues. She's on oxygen and everything, and she has trouble sleeping a lot of time. She gets a lot of like anxiety about her breathing and whatnot. And my mom gave her some Alamo Remedy CBD gummies, and she's been able to get to sleep. She said that they're great. She takes them a couple times a day. I think you're able to take them up to 3 times a day, and like she really has noticed a difference with them. So like my grandma is seeing a huge difference with these gummies that I was like, you know what, try these out. Like, this is a sponsor of the podcast. I wasn't trying to sell her on anything, but like, it's working for her. So like, you know, if you're having trouble falling asleep, if you get anxiety, if you're stressing out over stuff, you got some stress at work. I know we're all stressed about different things right now during this pandemic. Get you some of the gummies, all their products that are not the hemp flower, the CBD gummies, the lotion, the tincture oil, and the capsules. They all have 10 milligrams of hemp derived CBD. The capsules have an added boost of coconut milk powder, all in convenient capsules. The tincture is the little oil. You use a little dropper and you put it under your tongue, and that's pretty awesome. The lotion, the cucumber melon lotion, Pat and I both use. Pat, if you're watching the video version, he's got his up there. When I play soccer, I always use it. You fall asleep weird on your neck, you just rub a little bit on there, and it feels great. It smells fantastic too. And again, the gummies, they're really good too. Like the gummies, they taste like legit like gummy bears. Like I wouldn't recommend eating them like real gummy bears because like it'd be a lot. But like you can have like 1 to 3 a day. Like I said, my grandmother uses
it'll be a
it to
waste.
help
It's too
her
much.
fall asleep. My mom, when she was having anxiety on planes, like she tried it and it worked for her. But then they also got the hemp flower. The hemp flower, like all the gummies, lotion, tincture, and capsules, $17.99 at AlamoRemedy.com. You also get 10% off of your order when you use promo code PTG at checkout. That's promo code PTG for 10% off of your order at AlamoRemedy.com. They also have the hemp flower. It is completely CBD flower, and it's like weed. Like you can roll it up, you can smoke it, you can break it down to cook with it. You can do all kinds of stuff. It gives you that like chill, like relaxed vibe, but like you're not gonna be awkward in public. Like you're not gonna be like, huh? What, man? Like you're not gonna have like the awkwardness. And I feel like you guys, if you know, you know, when you go out in public in that mindset with the other stuff, you get that like weird like anxiousness of like everybody knows how high I am. Like you get that, and you don't get that with Alamo Remedies hemp flower. It's 100% legal. It's not gonna fuck you over on a drug test or anything like that. And it's $19.99. Why not go give it a try? If you go give us a try, use that promo code PTG at checkout. We'll give you a shout out on the next episode of the podcast. I know Noe Guerrero has been buying a bunch of stuff from Alamo Remedy as of late. So shout out to him, and just use that promo code PTG at AlamoRemedy.com. That's PTG at checkout at AlamoRemedy.com. Alamo Remedy, the official sponsor of our Not Cool segment, which will begin right now.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
From Ashley with an I, Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter. She says, it's another father-in-law story. She says, my father-in-law went to the bank, and at the time, no one was in line. And when he left, 8 people were in line. He had the teller go through everything twice. Bernie and him are hanging out.
Yeah. I told her online, I was like, this is 50% on the bank for only having one bank teller. And she said that's true. So I'm assuming there was, because a lot of banks are doing that now.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about how the one by my work remodeled to only have like one, like it used to be that whole long glass thing. They remodeled to where it's one window and all that is wall now. So there's literally one teller that you can access. That's on the fucking bank. Like that's designing poor customer service is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, but is there anything worse? Like I always say, like with the ATMs, like that's obnoxious as shit with an ATM, where like somebody's like, "All right, dude, what are you doing for 30 minutes at an ATM?" Hey, Wheezy wanted to hang out.
Oh, Wheezy.
Oh, Wheezy, what's your not cool?
Loud noises making me bark at them during
Loud
the podcast.
noises making you bark. Okay, interesting. All right, you want to go down? Here.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that is brutal. When like, because when I go to the bank, when I'm inside,
like when you're, but it's always like you're in a hurry and you're like, God damn it, just fucking, what are you doing? Go, just get your money. What are you doing? And it's like, yeah, you could be setting up a mortgage, you could be doing all this other shit, like trying to take out a loan or whatever. But it's like, I am here to just fucking cash a check or withdraw money because the ATM is fucked up or whatever it is. Let's all go. Let's make a move. Like, I fucking hate that. At ATMs, I still, like, when I become president one day, which won't happen, but if I did become president, there would be a shot clock at every ATM. And if you hit the shot clock and it expires, you got to go to the back of the line. You don't get to complete your transaction. Because if you take more than 60 seconds at an ATM, you shouldn't go to an ATM. You should have to wait in the line at the fucking bank. But yes, that does suck, especially, like, when like then you realize like, oh man, you're holding up a lot of other people. That does suck. But like he's older, so like he's cool.
He's just trying to make
He
sure
gets
his
a
money
pass.
is set. He gets it. Yeah.
Right. And like there's
It's not cool.
technology he doesn't understand. So yeah. So that was Ashley's not cool. Who
I'm
wants to
gonna-
go first?
I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna piggyback on that one.
All right.
So today, as like I was saying, the only time I go inside the bank really ever is when I'm going in for work to make change so we have it set for the drawer in the morning. Today, much like remember like last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever the fuck it was, when I go and the little Bank of America that's by our house is just there, that the signs on the door that says temporarily closed, we're sorry. They do this like once every 2 weeks. Guess what? And I pulled up today and I was like, oh, cool, there's cars there. It's like, so I get out and I go up to the front door, I pull the thing, and then I notice the sign is on the fucking door again. And I go, what the fuck? So I turn around and take like 3 steps out and I hear the door open behind me. Oh, and I turn around and go, oh, are you guys open? Because there's employees in there. He goes, no, we're not open. I'm like, I didn't say, I just turned and walked away, but I'm like, you're here. Why are you're here?
Like,
They
what,
don't have-
what the
they don't
fuck?
They have, and it's a small one, so they have like a drive-through ATM in the back, but not even like the tellers that you can talk to. It's either inside or nothing there. And I'm like,
So what are y'all doing?
I'm like, what the fuck? Then I can't go. I can't go to the Bank of America that used to be right there on Bunker Hill because that building's just not there anymore. They shut that branch down or something. I had to drive off fucking Long Point and shit. And then of course I go behind it to where all their tellers are. No, that's just parking. They're just using that. They're not even using any of that. So then I had to go inside. It didn't take too long once I was in, but I'm just like, I'm making change. Why is Bank of America making me drive fucking 16 miles around just to make goddamn change? It really wasn't that far. It was like,
As we
probably
said earlier,
$5
$3
miles.
billion they made in overdraft fees last year. And they can't fucking keep a branch open for people to go in. Like Bank of America infuriates me with their hours where it's like, hey, we're open at 9, but we're also done at 3. And you're like, what? And then also we have a lunch break. Like, what are you
Just,
how many hours are you working there? What are we doing? Like, what is the point of you having any open hours if I can't go in?
it's infuriating. Like,
And why did the guy open the door? What a fucking dick. You should have thrown a rock at the door.
No, there was a big, like, as I pulled up, there was like a, cargo truck that just pulled up and like blocked like the first 8 spots. So I wonder if he was telling him to move, but why does that matter if you're not fucking open? So that pissed me off this morning.
Stupid.
Then on the way home,
Fuck banks.
I'm driving. I'm in the left-hand lane. This car's not going fast enough. There's an 18-wheeler next to me, and so I can't get. And I'm just trying. And as soon as I go to like the 18-wheeler gets over lanes, as soon as I switch into his lane to accelerate around this guy, guess what he does?
Switches.
No, he accelerates.
Oh
Like,
shit.
why are you matching the speed of the 18-wheeler with? And there is just road in front. I mean, fucking for like 2 miles, just road. As soon as the 18-wheeler gets over and I can try and accelerate and go around, this motherfucker accelerates. Because we were going 70,
Right.
and I wanted to accelerate to 75. Or no, I think we were going 65, and I wanted to accelerate to 70, and then this fucker takes off to like 75. I was like, oh, God damn it. I wish this was Grand Theft Auto so bad, and I would just ruin your life. Like, not pull up beside him and shoot.
Probably.
No, but
Insinuating.
I would definitely slide in and take out his back wheels and cause him to spin out across the highway if I could. Like, fucking such an asshole. And then my last not cool is just Tom Brady. He's a dick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, just go away.
Y'all lost to him.
Go away. You had to come to the NFC. You just had to. This was the Packers' year, man. I firmly believe we had a shot against the Chiefs. I don't think we'd be the favorite. We'd have a shot.
You'd have a chance.
Because I don't think
That's all
their
you need
defense.
is a chance.
I don't think their defense can stop our offense. And Tom Brady has nothing to do with the defense, but yes, he does because he inspires confidence across the team.
He does. He really does. The TB12 method.
He's a dick, and he needs to go away.
Fair enough.
Tom Brady, not cool. What do you got?
Enough. Robert, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. All right, so I have a light that's attached to a base that's attached to a tripod. The light's about the size of a credit card. For our video listeners, I'm showing it off now. And this weekend, I wanted to use it, and so I wanted to screw this part off. Wanted to screw the light from the base off,
Okay.
but the base stayed on the tripod. And I tried taking the base off. I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it off. In fact, I ended up making myself bleed. I'm trying to get it to focus. Cut my thumb. I cut my thumb trying to take this off on these little ridges, these ridges here, and so that's already not cool. I cut myself,
That's a good. Yeah, already.
and so I get a band-aid. I put it on, and within like 15 minutes, it starts coming loose. Like the sticky stuff was like made out of like post-it notes. So the band-aid's already coming off. As I'm doing things, I'm like, oh, this is super annoying. I'm trying to wrap it up. More. And eventually I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm just going to take the Band-Aid off. I don't care. And so that was like maybe 2 hours after I put it on.
You're trying to kill yourself and just bleed out, dude?
I think it stopped bleeding by this point.
Don't do that, Robert.
And so the next day, I kind of like just throughout the day, I kind of peel at it and it bleeds a little more. I'm like, dang it. I got to put another Band-Aid on. I put the Band-Aid on. The same thing happens where it's just like super loose. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take this Band-Aid off. This Band-Aid sucks. I take it off. And one of like the strips had like super glue on it because it peels skin off from the other side of my thumb, from the front side of my thumb. I'm like, great. Now I'm bleeding from this side.
Now you think you might bleed out.
And now I had to put another Band-Aid on.
Class action lawsuit against the Band-Aid.
Yeah, I guess so.
You should.
Yeah, that's just... Yeah, I cut myself, then the Band-Aid sucked, then I took it off, then I put it again, took it off again, and it peeled skin off. I'm bleeding again. I had to put it back on.
The skin?
Well, the Band-Aid.
Okay, I was like, I don't think it works that way. You can't just place the skin back on and make it take back. So what we're gonna do with this now, that juicy bit you just told us, is we are going to say Robert almost died when we're promoting the podcast. Robert tells you how he almost died. So everybody that is listening at this point, when you get to this point, at Robert Barbosa 03 at Pass Ready Pod, we already started our weekly hashtag love you Robert. T's and P's Robert. Glad you made it. Hashtag love you Robert. Just everybody do that, and then people are like, man, what's going on with Pastor Gravy? We got to listen.
Glad you didn't bleed out.
And that brings us. Robert almost bled out. So
also, if anybody works
if
anybody works for a Band-Aid company that actually has working Band-Aids and you want to sponsor us, Robert's your poster boy.
Anyway, I'm still mad that I can't get this base off of it because
Have you tried grabbing it with a towel and using WD-40?
I have.
You tried putting it in rice.
Did you use WD-40?
I did not use WD-40. Or putting it in rice.
Well,
no, I mean you got to use some sort of grease spray. Use some WD-40, bud.
Did you throw it on the floor really hard in anger?
No, I did not do that. I didn't want to break it.
Try it. Well, I mean that's always my last go-to. That's usually my last ditch ever. Most of the time it doesn't work, but every now and then it's like I don't know. I think my anger worked there. I was doing that with my remote the other day. It wasn't working, and I threw it down, and then it started working again. And I was like, I obviously scared it.
You are one intimidating son of a bitch.
Emma's always like, you just get so fucking lucky with that shit. You almost break it and it works. And I was like, I mean, it knows. Well, don't piss me off.
If it's broken and it's not working,
and you'll never be remoting again.
If it's broken and it's not working, and you throw it and it still doesn't work, well, then you're in the same spot. You got to get a new one anyway.
What? If you throw I'm no worse off.
If you throw it and it does work, then you don't have to get a new one. So it's really a win-win.
And I'm obviously a handyman.
Well, it's not a lose-lose. I wouldn't say it's a win-win, but it's a win-lose where in the other situation you were just in a lose. Now you have the chance of a win.
Right. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it shocked me that it worked that time. So I was pretty happy with it.
You're just trying to use your white privilege to fix the remote. And sometimes that works.
Yeah. Trying to use my inner Brad and Chad. All right, my not cool. Believe it or not, for the 87th week in a row is construction at my apartments. The motherfuckers at my apartments. I am fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. It's not one thing, it's another. And I've started this new thing where I just called. It's not really a new thing. I just started calling the office. I'm just complaining. I'm just gonna be the complaint guy. I'm like an old man. I'm like, I don't know why you got these new lights. They're too bright. Knock it off with the lights. These construction workers are working too early. They're interrupting my reading time. I don't say that, but like, okay, last week it was the lights that they basically put like mini suns where like they didn't fix it. Still not fixed at all. But now they've dug up all these flower beds we had, all of these, like they were like planters with a bunch of like when you would come to my apartment, it was like there were all these like random plants and shit, and these like they were like flower boxes, but they were like overgrown plants and stuff. It was like a fucking like old school mall you'd go to, like an 80s mall. Well, they dug all that shit up, and now there's all these like exposed pipes and shit that I guess they didn't realize was like under the plants. And for some reason, since they've done that, our bathroom sink backs up where like and Emma's bought Drano. Emma's done the whole Drano thing. The Drano thing doesn't work. It just backs all the way up. And now like the grossest part of it is like our shower is backing up. So like if you shower more than like 5 minutes, there's just like shower like water pooling in, and like you have like 3-4 inches of just like filth water. That's just like why I don't take baths. It's just like you're just sitting in filth. It's like I shower off all of the dirty shit that I don't want on me. It should go down a drain. And when it's backing up and I'm standing in 3 inches, 4 inches of water, that's a fucking problem. And it's weird that it wasn't a problem until you guys started fucking digging shit and I can see a bunch of exposed pipes. I'm not saying it's 100% the construction, but it didn't happen until the construction started doing this shit. So I'm blaming it on construction. And it's like, Drano's not working for it. I don't know what's fucking working for it, but like, I am so sick and tired of this construction shit. Just fucking with everything. Like people already lived here. We were already happy. And you're fucking with the people that lived here. Like if you think I'm going to be cool with anybody that's looking at this, I'm like, don't rent here. Don't rent here. Like, I'm going to be a dick. I'm not going to go out of my way to be a dick, but if I see people touring, I'm going to say, don't rent here. All of this shit sucks. Let me tell you about our fucking drainage. Let me tell you about this. Like, fucking stupid. And I'm done with it. I've been done with it every single week for the last month. But it's just like now I can't fucking shower without having to fucking have a bath at the same time. And it's like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm fucking done with it.
Two things.
I'll call Stacy at the motherfucking office every goddamn day when I have a fucking issue. And I don't care if they fucking just think it's kind of silly that I'm a fucking weird dude that's just like, hey, just what the fuck are the changes? Like we had these awnings. Like I used to be able to like, oh, there's some sun. Oh, like I can pull this awning down and block out the sun if I want to sit on my balcony. Well, they the other day they just like there was a ladder that came down. They took a knife, they ripped off the awning thing. Now that's gone. It's just gone. And I was like, why? Like everything I liked about this place, y'all are taking out. Why? Like, and I was like, I just feel like I got fucked out of my lease. Like I signed a lease, you guys took over, you fucked up everything that I liked about this place. I was like, is the pool gonna get filled in next time? Like, is that what's gone next? We're gonna, hey, we just like maybe we don't have a pool anymore. We'll put a rock garden or some shit like dumb like that. Like that's what's gonna fucking happen next. And I swear to God, if they drain that pool, I'm skating in it and scuffing the fuck up out of that pool. I don't know how to skate. I'm gonna skate in it though.
I've got 2 thoughts on this. One, this is extra bad because now you can't piss in the shower.
It's the worst.
And you should
There's
tell
fewer
them.
joys that I take. I take so much joy in just you're pissing. I'm done. I'm
Also-
pissing in the shower, whatever.
also-
it's a great feeling.
People that don't, you should pee in the shower and you should pee on your feet because it helps keep away athlete's foot. You should tell them you got athlete's foot because you can't pee in the shower anymore. And Mick, you're actually causing me health problems right now.
I mean, I got a
2.
list, dude. I call every morning on my way to work and I just like leave a message just griping. Like that, like every time I have an issue, it's like, hey man, it's Alex. This is my apartment number, and I was just calling about the lights. Like, what? Like, we just you don't want us to sleep? Is that what it is? That's cool. All right, cool. Like, hey, it's Alex. Just calling about the drainage. We've been pouring Drano down our shower for like 3 days now. Obviously, that's not the case. It's nothing that's blocking it up. We need to fix this, or I don't know, maybe don't fuck up the apartments anymore. Maybe put it back the way it was, where everything worked fine.
Here's my
There's
other
not really
part
been
too.
A ton of responses, but I got to go get a package tomorrow, so there might be some fireworks.
My other My
And
second
by
part
that,
of
I
this
mean I'm
is
bringing literal fireworks and setting them off inside of the leasing office.
you're just holding black cats, and every time they don't give you the answer you like, you just
Really,
like want to
Stacy?
drop it and just drop. What was that? Oh, it's indefinite when this is going
Oh,
to fix.
huh. Did I break your concentration?
My other part to this is you do have the shower in your spare, like in your living room bathroom. Have you tried that? I know you shouldn't have to, but have you tried showering
That's
that
my
one to see if
point.
it has the same
I
problem?
refuse to because I shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't, but also it is about the same distance to that one from your bed as it is to the other one.
But the bathroom sink and shower both times and like the master bathroom have both were fine. Both immediately started having issues when then you can see exposed pipe and all kinds of weird shit. And it's like y'all probably got a bunch of dirt and shit blocking pipes and shit like that. Like you figure it out.
So I'm saying try that one. See how it works. I know you shouldn't have to, but try it. Just that way you can go back to peeing on your feet again.
I'm just gonna start peeing off of my balcony onto the construction workers until they fix it. That's what I should start doing. And that will be my next threat.
That's assault, brother.
That's true.
Also, do you guys ever give like Wheezy? Give her a bath. That's what you should do. Give her a bath in the spare bathroom, and see if it starts to clog up as you're going in there. That'll be your test one.
Okay, I'll try that. But it's
But
just
also
like
maybe just try
really,
showering the side one. That way you don't have
it's-
to wake up Emma in the morning either.
it's like I'm just sick and tired. Like the real not cool is like every single week it's like something new, and it's like I only have like I could go on about 10 other things this week, but like that's just one of them. That's just one of them. Like this weekend, it's just after the McGregor fight. Like, and this probably has nothing to do with the apartments, and he might have just been another fucking disgruntled person like me that was mad about the apartments. But like I after the McGregor fight, I was a little drunk, so I walked the dog before I went to bed on Saturday night / Sunday morning, and there was this dude out there out front of our front gate, and like we have like all these balloons and stuff that they hung out there. They're like, oh hey, lease here, you'd be home right now if you lived here. And he's like yanking up these signs, and I was like, that guy doesn't look like he works here. And then I looked at my watch, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, we just like taking down some signs, bro. Like just trying to kind of like seem like I was just fucking around. He was like, yeah, no, that I'm working. They just made me do that. I was like, they got you working at 3:06 on a Sunday morning. And he was like, yeah, it's a little later than I'd like. And I was like, oh, like it looked like you were trying to, because what he was doing is he had yanked up one of the signs and he was standing on the balloons, and they had like a plastic balloon stand, and he was like standing on the balloons, like trying to stab it into the balloons and pop the balloons. And I was like, you're not trying to pop all those balloons?
You should have just been like, yeah, fuck this place, right, bud?
Well, I didn't know. I don't know. I was just kind of like, what is this dude doing? And then he like kind of like started walking towards me. And so I just reached back like I had a fucking gun. I didn't point it out. I didn't do anything, but I was just like, yeah, he thinks I have a gun though. And he kind of like reacted to it. It was like, all right, well, you have a good night, man. I was like, all right, man, take care. And he walked back. And then I walked the dog. And when I came back, like all of the balloons were popped and like thrown over the fence. So like,
I mean, that's kind of on you.
That's what he was doing.
You shouldn't start
But
conversations.
then I was like,
with
I've been
crazy
bitching
people
to
at
them.
3
They're gonna try and blame me for that. And I'm like, no, that dumbass is on a fucking camera.
Just don't talk to people at 3 a.m.
I mean, he was being fucking sketchy, dude.
Okay, well, if he was being sketchy, why did you engage?
Because I try and enjoy where I live, and like as of late, it's not been enjoyable. So
You should
him
have
doing
enjoyed
that
that
is
this guy
fucking up
was
even more of it.
Why? Because you
No,
like
'cause then it's
seeing
just
the
more litter,
balloons?
and I had just walked out. Balloons are always fun in any situation.
You should have just enjoyed that
Who
he was
doesn't
fucking
enjoy
with the people
balloons?
that were fucking with you.
No, because then I was like, they're gonna be like, that's the guy that bitches to us every day. It was probably him.
Well,
I
you
think
could have
he
just been like,
didn't,
well,
but,
I
like-
know it wasn't me, and I know you have no proof of it being me because I saw who did it, but I'm not going to give you a description of who did it because
Pretty sure
you
he
guys
was
are
on
making my
camera.
life miserable.
Pretty sure he's on camera, but like, I don't
Check
know.
tape.
Just everything about this place is kind of fucking pissing me off as of late. And it's like we signed our lease and then it just went downhill after that. So I don't know. But that's my not cool.
Sue them
this
for
week.
breaking the lease, and then you guys can move in here. I've got 2 spare rooms.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Again, if you got a not cool, use the hashtag PTG not cool to at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter, and you can submit yours. Another thing you can submit to us are your answers question. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
Don't say that. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You just
Mhm.
gotta send us in your questions, regardless if it's a high thought, something you thought of while you're drunk, something you saw on a sign, on a billboard, something you saw online that you just wanted to hear our opinion on. If it's a legit like relationship question you want to know about, hashtag PTG answers at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. It's the answer segment brought to you by Little M Air Fresheners, the best air fresheners in the entire world. LittleMShop.com, LittleEMShop.com. Give them a follow on Instagram, LittleEMShop.com, and then on Twitter at Little M Tweets. They got some fire air fresheners for you. They got some journals. They got keychains. They got all kinds of awesome stuff. And I think they're even working on shirts to start putting out pretty soon. Little M Shop is going to be your go-to stop for whatever you need. Go check them out. LittleMShop.com. The best air fresheners, keychains, notebooks, whatever in the whole world. LittleMShop.com. LittleEMShop.com. This is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. We'll start with our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
I get it, Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, who is the stronger man, Chuck Norris or John Jameson? Think about it. Jameson
It's
fought
Chuck.
a Kraken. What?
It's Chuck. I'll let you finish, but
John Jameson fought a Kraken for a barrel of whiskey and survived. Like, that's the Jameson guy?
yeah. Jameson Irish whiskey. He's talking about the ad. No, it's Chuck
Wait,
Norris.
from the commercial, right?
Yeah, it's Chuck Norris. Because if Chuck Norris was on that boat, the Kraken would have seen the barrel fallen in and put the barrel back for fear of Chuck Norris jumping into the ocean.
Go type in John Jameson. And then, like, it says American soldier of the American Revolutionary War. And just look at this fucking dude's fucking haircut. Like, what a weird haircut, bro. What is this, Monty Python? Just everybody stop right now. Just Google
you spell-
John Jameson.
Did you spell it wrong? Or am I supposed to go to images? Because all I'm seeing is bottles of whiskey. Oh, no. Here, I found it.
He looks like a George Washington with like a mullet.
Like, that's the kind of haircut where, like, you're late to school and you don't do anything with your hair and you just get there. And this dude chose that to be his hair for a portrait painting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. This is still regular John Jameson. I don't know who you're looking at.
Well, that was what the fucking dude looked like. I think you just described perfectly what I was looking at.
I mean, no, because when the one I'm looking at says Heroes of Whiskey, so I don't think it's the same guy.
Well, John Jameson had some weird hair, but yeah. Chuck
What'd you
Norris
say?
beat
Civil War?
American Revolutionary War, which I believe was against Britain.
All right, I'm
The
pulling this up right now.
Declaration of Independence.
Oh yeah, that's the same one. Oh, he looks like he just has a ball sack hanging off the left side of his head, and then the other side is fluffed out into it. So it's a dog ear on one side and a ball sack on the other.
Pretty weird. But yeah, John Jameson would probably lose that fight to Chuck Norris.
I mean, it's Chuck Norris.
Yeah, it's Chuck Norris. If you
I
don't
mean,
Chuck Norris.
Does John
Fucking Chuck
Jameson
Norris.
push the earth down when he's doing push-ups? No, Chuck Norris does.
Chuck Norris does. So yeah, Chuck Norris wins that fight.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from, so we had a bunch of questions. Hashtag PTG answers again. Please keep them coming. I just was trying to burn through some because I know some of you guys sent in multiple ones. I didn't want y'all to feel like we weren't getting to. But our next one, this is from Todd Voss at as_seen_by_TV on Twitter. And he says, from the desk of the Pass the Gravy Secretary of War, he has anointed himself that. But he did serve our country, so he can be our Secretary of War.
I feel like we also called him that at one point.
We
during
did,
one of these.
so we allow him to. Yeah, no big deal.
We anointed him that.
He says, what is the administration's policy for our awesome might? Should we be aggressive and conquering or bolstering defenses while waiting to strike? I feel like we want to be aggressive when we are told to be. Like when, I appreciate the Gravy Gang every Thursday on the Rod Ryan Show. We have Throwback Thursday, and last week we got Dave Matthews Band played, and a lot of people didn't want Dave Matthews Band played, but the Gravy Gang did.
That's a
The
great
Gravy
song,
Gang-
though.
The Gravy Gang flooded the votes, and Ants Marching played. So like, Gravy Gang is a fucking. I think Fernando Ramon once said they're a lawless bunch. They're a lawless bunch, and you don't want to get on the wrong side of the Gravy Gang. Now, if you'd like to hop on and support the Pastor Gravy Podcast Network Gravy Gang, if you just go search some West Ham news, anybody that tries to break the said Ben Rama signing or a Jesse Lingard signing, please let them know that at CBB Pod said it first, and to please credit them because they're big journalists. We've been kind of trying to do that. It was a little war we went on today. But as far as Pastor Gravy, it's like, we don't need to just harass everybody. But, if you see them coming for the Kings, you go for them, right? Like, I feel like we trust you guys' discretion.
Yeah,
Don't
so
be
it's
crazy.
we're
Don't be hateful. Don't be, no racism, no like homophobia, none of that stuff. But like, we trust you
of
guys.
course
We
so
trust you
we're
guys.
definitely we bolstered defenses while waiting to strike. We
Yeah,
just we
facts.
increase our ranks, and then if you come at us, you best not miss.
You better not miss. You come for the King, you miss, you fucked. Gravy Gang will murder
Yeah.
you via Twitter. Not
We-
like
we don't
physically
start
murder.
it.
This isn't a threat. It's just like you're gonna just get Twittered to death.
We don't start it, but we'll finish it.
Right. If I have to end it, it'll end.
So we just bolster our defenses, and then when it's time, if you get out of place, if you fuck with us, we will fuck with you.
Honestly, Rod did not expect as much from the Gravy Gang as came through last week. It was like, this is the most voted on Throwback Thursday we had. And I was like, yes, it was. And it was because the Gravy Gang voted like 8,000 billion times. And like Josh Tree, Brett Brandon, Bro Brad, all you guys, Raymundo, all of y'all. I know y'all. I'm not even Zach. All the people I'm not even naming just because there were so many. Fucking just absolutely flooded the box. And it was awesome. He's like, oh no, Alex's Gravy Gang has some pull. It's like he was just like, he didn't trust me. He's like, I don't trust that people listen to Alex as much as they do. And I was like, it's not just me, it's the idea.
Confession time. I know a couple songs, but I've never really gotten into Dave. But I want
Get
to.
the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
No, I want to because I've heard,
fuck
and
out.
honestly, I heard Ants Marching, I think, for the first time this week. Like when I saw that was it, and I listened to the song, and I was like, dude, why did nobody show me this Dave song a long time? Like, this is the
It
song
slaps.
that makes me like, I need Dave in my life. And I already and I know his fans call him Dave. And I'm already considering, like, I think I can call him Dave just out of sheer respect.
As long as you start listening, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
I'm going to listen to Ants
Um,
Marching like 16,000 times this week.
Shout out to the Gravy Gang, guys. And then also get you some Gravy Gang gear. Get the Gravy Gang gear, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Come on, represent that Gravy Gang, guys. All right, our next question. Pat, you read it to me.
Bumper stickers. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is from our friend Renel Gallardo at
what's up,
Renel
Renel?
Gallardo. Bumper stickers. Car tattoos?
Are they car temporary tattoos?
Car temporary tattoos. A car
But
tattoo.
they're still car tattoos. They are still car tattoos.
They're temporary. I would say like
But
a
they're
full-on car
Temporary
tattoo
car
is like
tattoos.
is when you get something painted into the car, because the process of getting that, like repainting your car, is so much more difficult. So I think that would be like lasering the tattoo off.
But still, I think it stands like
Whereas
bumper stickers. Car tattoos? Yes. Yes, they are. Are they
They're- but
temporary?
they're
They would be
temporary,
temporary
yes.
tattoos, but they're still car tattoos. He didn't
'Cause, like-
specify, but they are car tattoos.
if
But
you get
also, I
rained
don't know.
on-
There's a lot like Beto 2016 or whatever fuck he ran for. Like, there's still a
Yeah.
lot of Beto O'Rourke stickers he lost. There's still a lot of Trump 2020 stickers he lost. Like, I don't understand. Like, when like the only stickers I ever had on my car were like those 100 Club stickers because I donated to
You wanted the
movies.
cops on your side when they inevitably pulled you over?
Yeah, 100%. It's me hoping that they're like, it's basically, I guess you could say that's privilege, but it's like I'm also donating because it goes to like people that like lost family members
Yes.
that were in there. So it's
That's
like
a good cause.
But it's also like I also am doing that because I want to like give back because I know it's a horrible thing that somebody would go through. But then also like I also hope that if a cop pulls me over, he's like, hey, well, he's donated to the 100 Club. Maybe I let him pass on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie and say that it's it's also an added benefit I hope I get.
Maybe depending on the strength
I've
of the
gotten
sticker.
ticketed with that.
Because I know,
I mean,
like,
if I was drunk driving, I wouldn't expect to get off on it. But if I was
No,
going 5 miles
no.
over the speed limit, maybe it'd be nice. I'm not saying they have to. I understand there's laws, but
because
like,
I've had the
you
one
know,
on the
you just
back of
hope
our
maybe it gives
car,
you benefit of the doubt.
or the back of my car, the PTG one. It's it's rubbed off once or twice on like from heavy range and shit like that. And one time, and I've replaced it. Maybe the strong bumper, like really strong, like made to be because that wasn't really made to be a bumper sticker. It was just a sticker that I slapped on my
some
car.
vinyl PTG bumper stickers. If somebody
Okay.
wants to DM me, maybe I
So
can I can either bring them to our next event or I can mail y'all some. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna mail them all right now because I don't really know how much that's gonna cost shipping wise, but I'll figure
Yeah.
something out. DM me if you want some bumper stickers.
So maybe bumper
At
stickers
Fast
are
Gray
like
Pod.
are those henna tattoos that stay for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
There's still tattoos.
Yeah, I'm just saying
The
they're not
Runnell's
permanent
right.
ones. They're not permanent ones, and I'm just saying there's levels. Like a tattoo would be painting your car. A henna tattoo is like a regular bumper sticker, and then like a temporary tattoo is just like you found a sticker and you put it on your car. But either way, yes,
Yeah.
they are tattoos. I'm being overly critical of what kind of tattoo it is.
Correct. I remember we did a whole bit a couple years ago about just like the worst car bumper stickers, and it was like the family ones, the coexist one, and then the like my other car as a insert whatever your other car is. Like
Ugh.
I don't know. A lot of times, like I'm all for your team. You want to put your favorite team or whatever on there. It's just like sometimes I'm like, dude, I don't need to know every opinion you have. At a certain point, it's like you don't need 87 bumper stickers on the back of your car. Oh, this guy, believe it or not, this guy hates abortion, loves God, does this. Like, it's like I don't need to know your opinion on every possible thing. Like, let's do. If I wanted to talk with you, I'd talk with you.
If you have more than 2 stickers on your car, you're a douchebag. And I know that some people are probably like, well, what the fuck? I've got these and they're not controversial.
If you have
Yeah,
more than,
sorry,
like, 6,
but, like,
you're
I have
that's
to-
definitely too much. If you have 8 bumper stickers, that's too many bumper stickers.
Dude, if you have 5, that's too many.
What if they're the 100 club ones that you like stack up? Because then sometimes I want to
That
be
count
like,
that counts as one.
Okay,
that counts as one.
Because like sometimes I'm like, yo, I didn't just done it this year.
Or
I did it
like
last year and the
if you
year
have
before.
your family, I don't really like those, but
That
like
counts as
I
one.
don't dislike them. That counts as one.
And look,
But I'm talking about,
Claudia likes to play golf, which is why her character has a dress and a golf club. Neat. I needed to know what your daughter's favorite hobby was, actually, while I was at this light. What is your son into? Fishing? Oh, cool.
They're easy to
Alright.
make. All you do with bumper stickers is you open yourself up to criticism.
Right. And then like you can't get mad when people make fun of you because like it's the easiest fucking trick in the book is like, I'm gonna make fun of that. And like you like Tool, I understand a lot of people like the band Tool. I think I'm not a big fan, but to each
They
their
got some
own. But, like,
jams. They got some jams.
but if you have a Tool band sticker on your car, you know you're subjecting yourself to being called a tool. Like it's
Yeah.
like, you drove a lifted truck with the Tool sticker. No wonder. I should have known, right?
Everyone's gonna sit behind you and go, huh, "Look at this tool."
Right. And you just like, and that's it's like it's one thing if you know you're gonna be subject to that and you're cool with it, but it's like then like you can't like be like, guy, look, come on.
But we all know what
yourself
car we're
up for
talking
it.
about when we say like, don't just plaster bumper stickers.
Right. Moving on. Let's move
Yeah.
on. Yes, bumper stickers are car tattoos right now. Our next one comes from Zach Woodruff at Salsa 6800. He is in the running for this year's Rookie of the Year. He made it known to me that he really wants to go for Rookie of the Year. He is a Tottenham fan though, and this is America's West Ham podcast. Fun fact, Pat, while we do this, will you just go look up the English Premier League table and let me know where Tottenham is and then where West Ham is. I'll read the question first though. But the question is, should women's prisons be called Pris daughters? You know, gender equality, it's big. Pris sons, Pris daughter. I think it sounds weird. It's
Yeah.
like the women's unit of a prison, which I'm sure is like a Latin term that means something else also. But like, I like where you're going with it. I just think prisons already got its thing, like jail prisons. You know, let's just keep it that way.
Yeah.
Don't you agree with me?
I would agree. Pris daughters is just you're adding too many syllables.
It's a
man.
mouthful. It's a mouthful.
Yeah. Also, to answer your question, West Ham is 4th, and then scrolling.
Wait, West Ham's
scrolling.
4th? That's crazy. You're in the Champions League if you're in 4th place.
Yeah, and then I got to scroll down,
Makes you
scroll down. Tottenham is way down in 6th place.
Wow. You mean West Ham is better than Tottenham? I don't care that Tottenham has played less games. All I'm saying is facts only. West Ham better than Tottenham right now. Really makes you wonder.
All I know is we've got more wins.
All I know is that I didn't expect West Ham to be very good this year, or as good as they are this year, and so I am just going to just soak up. The
Right?
fact
Like
that they're not bad.
when you said look this up, I thought we were going to be like 7th and they'd be like 9th. We're in 4th.
Fourth, like what the? It's temporary. It's temporary, but like, what the fuck? How's West Ham so good right now?
4th place.
I don't like. Obviously, I'm very invested in West Ham. I do a West Ham Giants podcast, Claret Big Blue podcast. You can listen to it wherever you listen to this podcast, besides iHeartRadio, I guess. But like, West Ham has not lost a game in 2021. Fun fact: 6 in a row. Makes you think.
Probably cancel the season for safety reasons. Just
did the like? I mean, it's been a minute since we pointed out the pass the gravy bump. Did we turn around West Ham?
I think we did.
Maybe we might have. Moving on.
I just got angry now looking at this full table.
Which is the standings. Table is standings. It's like standings
Yeah.
in British.
Man U's in 2nd place today after the loss. They
Right.
lost
That's
to
why I bet
Sheffield.
them. That's why I bet on them.
Hold on. And Sheffield is, even after the win, in last place. That was their 2nd win of the season.
Second win. They had won one other game. That's why I was like, obviously you put $60 on fucking Man U because they're gonna smoke them. No, Alex bet us. Let's lose.
We lost to a team that is not only in regulation or relegation zone, they are far and away the worst team. Even after
Bet
the win.
against what I bet on in soccer. Just start doing that. All right. Moving on. Love you, Zach.
Terrible.
But fuck Tottenham. Josh Posados at Josh_Posados. He says, if a baby is delivered at the house instead of the hospital, is it DiGiorno? I think you have to bake it, but I guess it would be baked at home, maybe.
I mean, technically everything's baked at home because Mama is the home.
DiGiorno. If it's
I would
no,
say
I think
no.
you would still
No, just
deliver a
'cause
baby at home.
You can still, you can deliver a pizza
What
to
is
the
this?
hospital.
Like fucking Little House on the Prairie? Are you giving birth to Abe Lincoln? Log cabin?
No, I think the only time a baby is DiGiorno is if it's delivered at a pizza place. Just for the irony.
No, because then it would be delivery.
No, but if it's
DiGiorno
delivered-
is like frozen. It would have to be artificial insemination, right?
Siberia or one of the poles. That's the only time that
But
a
it would
baby
have
delivered is DiGiorno. DiGiorno.
Is it artificial insemination? What is the other one where it's like you
In vitro?
in vitro? It would have to be like in vitro if you think about it, because it's like frozen at one point and then it's put into you.
It's got to be an in vitro
it's
baby.
In vitro baby, that is DiGiorno as long as it's born in the home. And you guys thought like this was a silly question, but we really got to the bottom of it. And I feel like we educated everybody in vitro fertilization, not artificial insemination, which
Actually, I think we have that
similar.
backwards. In vitro,
one is they're meant to be the same.
In vitro, I don't think there's a frozen part of it. I mean, I guess it could be.
No, we sounded smart. Just shut up. Shut up. Robert, cut that part out.
Go with it.
Just sell that.
We're
Sell
doctors.
that. I also don't understand why we're on babies. Obviously, I've never had a baby before, but like, those people that do like I want my baby at home and it's going to be an all natural birth in like a pool, and they get those little like kiddie pools or like a tub or whatever. It's like, how does the baby not drown and just breathe in a shit ton of water? Like, wouldn't you assume like a baby comes out and it immediately breathes?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the feeding tube or something.
Probably,
but like,
right?
you're not like, they're not like letting it go into like a 6-foot pool and then trying to dive through the water and find it. There's still somebody there catching.
Well, no,
the baby.
I know that, but it's like it's underwater at some point. I would assume the second it comes out, it's like breathing.
That is just the ultimate form of showing I'm so rich I can ignore the safest way to have my baby.
Yeah.
Go to
I
the hospital.
I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about childbirth.
I
so
don't want any
shout out
drugs.
to us for not having to go through that.
You're
Shout out
crazy.
to women that did. Y'all are
Like-
y'all are the real heroes here, ladies.
I would, if I had
Hats
to give
off
birth,
to the ladies.
I would have an epidural constantly for a month before I went into labor.
Hey, snaps for respect for ladies that have given birth. Hey, ladies, if you've given birth and you listen to this, these snaps are for you. Robert, why are you not snapping? Do you not care about women? Robert,
Congrats
snap.
on
Let's
the
hear some
sex.
snaps, Robert. Let's hear some fucking snaps, Robert. Come on.
I have a cut thumb and it hurts.
You
In
only
the other
have
hand, you have two hands. Robert, sorry, ladies. Robert doesn't. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry that it took so long for
Wow.
Robert to support you.
Robert
ladies.
has close
Wow.
to no respect for women.
But to be fair, he did
To be fair,
almost die, so he's very low on blood. I may not be thinking clearly, but we're glad that you're here, Robert. We're glad that you're hashtag love you, Robert, at Robert Barbosa03 at Passive Pod. All right, our next question. This is a weird podcast, but it's actually been this has probably been my favorite one we've done this year, just because it's been kind of all over the fucking place.
all over the place.
Our next one, and the answers questions are pretty great this week too. Fernando Ramon at Only Big Fern, love you, buddy. He says expiration dates, food curfews.
Yes, because you don't want to let him out. You can't go out of the container
Absolutely.
after that point.
Like eggnog, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't have any bad reactions to it. You said I was gonna have the shits. I didn't have the shits, which was fine. Shout out to me having a great stomach.
You got an iron stomach, bud.
Shout out to me making it through that. I mean, hey, my body knew it was inauguration day. It knew it was like, hey, big day, let's go. So yes, I would say that expiration dates are food curfews for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
We got one final question, and this one just seemed like it needed to be thrown in this week because it's a fairly recent one. Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead, eat 'em up cats. He's a fellow Bearcat. He says, if George Springer hits a home run now, is it still a Springer dinger, or does he have to say sorry in a Canadian accent, or does he have to say sorry now in a Canadian accent?
It's still a Springer dinger, but he does have to apologize.
He has to say
sorry.
Yeah, it's a Springer dinger, but he has to go to the pitcher and like shake his hand
Sorry.
and say sorry about that, mate.
There's no mate. There's no mate.
No, he threw in a mate just to throw him off. Like, we don't do that here. It's like, sorry about that. Like, what are you, a Canadian pirate?
Sorry.
A Canadian pirate would be really funny to watch. Oh,
You know, I'm real.
sorry about that. Oh, you ought to walk the plank, my friend. Pat, you ought to walk the plank. I'm sorry about
Okay,
that. but
you're going
you gotta walk
Irish
it.
now.
I know. It always turns Irish.
No, he's gonna be.
Sorry
Hey,
about that, Pat.
hey, sorry about taking you deep like that. Maybe after the game, I'll give you some. I'll go buy you some Tim Hortons.
Oh, hey. Oh, Timmy Horse. Love
Oh,
Timmy
Timmy
Horse.
Hortons. Yeah, maybe after the game, we go get some Tim Hortons. Maybe have
We
a
could
maple
watch the
donut.
Canucks. Watch the Canucks and the Flames tonight.
I started to get a little Irish there on that one too.
I
Canadian
think you
Canadian
always-
is hard.
But sometimes the deeper you get in Canadian,
You got to keep
accents,
it like.
it's like
sorry,
it is Irishy, but
okay.
not really.
Maybe I just go a little quickly there, and make it Newfoundland,
See, that sounded super Irish.
but it's also a little bit of Newfoundland. There's Newfoundland. Newfoundland is hard. You just got to kind of mumble through it and keep it semi-Canadian because Canadians can't understand what the fucking Newfies are saying.
And then it's like, and then you can get the other one where it's like, ha, and you're like, I'm French Canadian. Hello, ha.
Let's get Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons.
Importance. And get you some Timmy Horse. The Canadians.
And then apparently they like to throw in a they finish their sentence and go.
I mean, I know Canadian, I don't want to say Canadian. I know Toronto seems like a cool place. Like it looks like it's like their New York. I don't know. I mean, I'm not Canadian, but like
I've heard Montreal has amazing strip clubs.
but it's like French, so like
They smell like cheese.
and like I don't understand the language. Like it's probably like I would rather go to the place in Canada where I can also speak to them instead of one where like a lot of it is French.
I want to
I'm
like
lazy, and it's like me being lazy and not wanting to learn another language. That's basically what it is.
I want to get really drunk and go to like a French Canadian region and just walk around yelling that they're double pussies.
Don't do that.
You're French, so you're surrender monkeys, and you're Canadian, so nobody respects you. But then that's the weird thing about Canadians is that they're known for being the most polite people on the planet, but also their sport is known for just punching everybody in the fucking face.
Ooh, we settled it on the ice, mate. I said
That
mate
was
again, sorry.
that was just Australia. That was
We go settle it on the
strictly
ice,
Australian.
eh? Ooh, we'll take a couple knocks on the ice.
Those are the best fight videos. Is just hockey fights. When they fight, they're kicking the shit out of each other on the ice. They get to the penalty box. They're like, "Hey, good luck the rest of the year, bud."
Good knock.
Yeah, you too. That's a good fight, man. I was gassed. Yeah, me too.
I've watched a couple this year. I was watching the Predators Blackhawks game last night, and it was funny. Like they like the two guys were fighting, and it was like pretty much a stalemate. And at one point, one of the dudes just grabbed the other guy by the shoulders, and like they just both kind of like fell down. And it was like they tried to wrap up and just fell down. It was like it almost they were like, all right, let's go.
I mean, that's probably what they said, because a lot of time, like if they're not mic'd up, they'll just be like, "Fuck, are you done? Okay, I'm done too. Yeah, we're good."
We gotta do this for morale, man. It's nothing personal.
Just protecting my guy. I get it. I was a dick. I hit him hard.
I understand. All right, guys. That was it. At @PassAgrayPod on Twitter. #PTG answers for your answers, questions. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Check out Robert's podcast he does with his partner, Sam. A recent study suggests at a recent study pod on Twitter and Instagram. New episodes every single Monday. I have the Claret Big Blue podcast. If you like listening to soccer and football talk, check us out. Me and Mike Fish at CBB Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Check out Disappointed But Not Surprised on the Pass Grade Podcast Network, the Weekly D Podcast, The Time Machine with Andrew Green. We got a whole smorgasbord of podcasts at PTGPN. Follow the Pass Grade Podcast Network. They have a pinned tweet up there, and you can go see the schedule of the release days for each of the podcasts. You get Robert's podcast comes out on Monday. Disappointed But Not Surprised comes out on Mondays. Then you get Claret Big Blues Day for Tuesday. That's what we're starting that one. That's a fun one. Then you got Pass Gravy on Wednesdays. You got Weekly D on Thursdays. Basically, we get you all the way until Friday just listening to Pass Gravy Podcast Network shows. You're great. If you're counting the 2 on Monday, you have an episode of a podcast to listen to every single week. The Pass Gate Podcast Network, we're going to take over the world. We're going to fucking run everything eventually. So hop on board, share us with a friend, roast us in the reviews. Give us a 5-star review. Wherever you're listening to us, just roast us in the comments. Make sure you give us a 5-star review if you're listening to us on YouTube. Subscribe. We got to get up to 500 for Pat to do the jumping jack toe touch thing. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Come on, go create a YouTube account. Just click the follow button. Robert does a lot of work.
I thought I said I'd do it at 300. Oh, we're up to 285. I think we were 279
so we're doing it at 300. We're doing it at 300. Go follow us. Make your friends follow us. Subscribe to our podcast. Just please share us with a friend, guys. It's awesome. We love you guys. Y'all are the best. Have a great week. Be good to one another. Double up on those masks. Maybe triple up on those masks. Whatever, however many masks you gotta wear. Wear a million masks. Wear a million masks. Be good to one another. And until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches.
Oh, yeah. Yaddy, 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 yaddy.